Hello, and welcome to Peter's Practical Tarot. Thank you so much for being here and joining me for this reading. Now, this is a love reading for singles. So if you are ready, you can go ahead and check out the timestamps below. You can always check for your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, since this is a love reading, or whichever placement calls to you. Sometimes it's a timestamp that's calling our name or a different sign. Trust yourself above everything. Trust that you know which of the messages you hear are for you, and leave the rest. You know the drill. Right? Now, actually, that being said, I do want to say that as I was doing these readings, the energies got quite specific for some of these readings. I intended this middle part here to be an energy check. So if this part of the reading, which is the first part, does not make sense to you, it does not sound like your story, please go ahead and check out a different placement, or maybe even a different reading altogether, because that just happens sometimes. Okay, because this is really what's going to guide the rest of the messages. Now, the rest of the messages are about what needs your attention right now. And on this side, we have your internal sides, right? So, like what's in your deep within, how you're showing up, and what needs your attention in that regard. And then over here is everything that's outside of you that's showing up for you that needs your attention as well. So, this can look like energy, or it could look like people. Okay, so this part's a little bit more varied depending on the cards that show up. Okay, so for example, if I see court cards on this side, it can symbolize people coming your way, versus if I see court cards on this side, it's more about you and what you're doing for yourself, right? So that's just kind of like an example of how I read here. I do read holistically, but I like to ascribe the cards different like meanings and different how can I say this, like I like like this card means this because it helps me understand the bigger picture here and hopefully deliver messages that are going to make sense to you. So yeah, if you have any questions about the spread or the reading, please feel free to ask me. I hope that there are messages here for you. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, and I will see you at your reading. Bye. Hello, Aries, your sun, moon, Venus, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome to your singles reading. We are starting with an energy check. So if this part of the reading does not resonate with you, then please go ahead and check out a different placement. You have the Knight of Wands and the Six of Swords showing up here. I am getting a sense of exhaustion with the Knight of Wands showing up reversed, a need to slow down. Maybe you've been considering how you can slow down in your day-to-day life, or there's this need for you to kind of take a couple of steps back, and I'm seeing it as stop trying to handle so much in your day to day, because you're running the risk of getting burnt out, or you might already be feeling burnt out. The Six of Swords showing up reversed is telling me that you are refusing to leave something behind. Okay, the Six of Swords wants to charge forward towards something new, something different. It's essentially, right, like leaving the fire, kind of saying over here, like, I no longer want to deal with this messiness, with the rocky waters. I want to charge forward towards something new, something that makes me feel more at balance. And I might not even know what's on the other side, but I'm willing to take some chances, right? That's the energy, but it's not quite where you are at. I feel like you might be starting to recognize that something isn't quite right? Like, something isn't quite working. Should I leave? Like, what do I do over here? But you're not quite making any moves yet. I'm gonna say, this could be, as far as what it is that you're leaving behind, like it could look like a lot of things. It could be leaving behind a person, leaving behind like a person that might be lingering in your energy. It could be leaving behind a work situation. It could be leaving behind bad habits or values. Okay, moving across just anything that seems to be causing you more stress than helping you out in your day-to-day. So let's see what else needs your attention at this time, Aries. What needs Aries' attention at this time? Wow. Okay, you have the star, yes. And you have the sun. Wow, goodness golly. Okay, I love this so much. It's just like a perfect, it's like a beautiful balance, right? Like the star comes out at night, the sun is the star that comes out during the day, right? But sorry, that sounded kind of silly, but um beautiful. Okay, like one, okay, a couple of things. Okay, you need to make some time to have some fun. You need to make some time to play, to get in touch with the lighter side of life, to allow yourself to dream with the stars showing up over here. There is healing that is happening within sorry within you. Goodness golly, I can't even say it. But look, some of y'all might be resisting it, okay? There's still that resistance over here. But this healing that wants to happen for you, but you need to make sure that you're in an energy of believing it. You have to say, hey, I am worthy of rebuilding. I am worthy of creating what I want, of wishing upon the star and building something that feels good for me. The sun is saying the sun will rise, right? Like, again, like if things haven't been looking or feeling great, like the good days are coming, but you need to create that space for it. Allow yourself to have some fun. With the sun, I always see it as like wholesome fun, things that spark your inner child, things that make you feel good, like doing things that make you feel good just for the sake of doing things that make you feel good, yeah, let's see what else is showing up for you. Okay, anything else? All right, and what needs your attention right now, Aries? Wow. You have the world. Wow. And the Lovers reversed. Woo, goodness golly. Okay, look. With the Lovers showing up reversed and the world over here, I'm gonna say for some of you, like it's a past failed relationship that you haven't closed out a cycle with. Okay, like that is a big thing that's affecting you. The world wants to give you a level up. It's saying, hey, we're so close to wrapping up some sort of cycle over here. But once again, with the Six of Swords reversed, there's like this refusal to let go of something. The Lovers is, that's what's telling me that this could be a relationship related situation, something that didn't pan out, that didn't work out, that's just lingering in your energy and taking up way too much of your time. For some of you, like, I don't know, let me see what was up with this situation. Okay, like I feel like it's ending, okay, because I'm just getting the sense that some of y'all might be hanging on to this hope for a reconciliation, trying to figure out if maybe y'all could find this joy again with each other, or be able to kind of come back together, right? I feel like you've been kind of waiting for your person. Those of you that are thinking about a specific person, you've been waiting for them to make some sort of decision, and it just does not seem to be coming. What's coming is the ending of this situation, but know that on the other side is a level up. And I don't want to dismiss that this could feel a little a lot painful, a little bit uncomfortable, just not a great feeling. But hence going back to this energy, like one, like that, I feel like it's taking so much more from you than it's giving. And two, like you can create space for so much more. You can rebuild, you can heal from this star once again saying, what do you actually want in a connection? Was this connection actually emotionally sustainable? Did it actually give you everything that you've been dreaming of? Was it as much fun as you wanted, or did it help you feel good about yourself? Like those are the questions that I feel like you're being asked to get real with yourself about. So let's see what else. Yeah, you have share, you have friends, you have desire, and incoming. Wow. Look, for some of you, maybe talk about things with your friends. If you've been a little bit closed off, if you haven't been talking about your feelings or don't know how to process stuff on your own, I do feel like your friends could be a good source of support at this time. Maybe get some opinions, get some advice, talk things out, especially as you're creating this space for fun and things like that. You could have some passionate encounters incoming for you, okay? Some desire. I love this because we started with the Knight of Wands showing up reverse, which tells me like a lack of passion, a lack of that inspiration. And with desire, I feel like it's going to be coming in again, okay? Like as you create this space, like you're slowly going to start feeling energized and back to wanting to charge forward again. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, Aries, all right? I hope that there were messages for you here. If there were, feel free to let me know. Your likes, subscribes, comments, everything is greatly appreciated. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, and I hope to see you again next time. Wow. All right, we are going to move on to Taurus. All right, hello Taurus, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising, Taurus Venus, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome to your singles love reading. We are starting with an energy check. So if this part of the reading does not resonate with you, please go ahead and check out a different placement. Goodness golly. Whew. All right, we have the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. I get the sense that this is about to get very specific. So if it's not your story, do not take it on. Look for a different placement, all right? Look, with the 2-3 showing up here, I have to say, for some of you, you could be, three's a crowd sort of energy, dealing with something or dealing with some hurt that involved, I heard foul play, and just external people, like, I don't know. Okay, so it could be, okay, just straight up, like there could have been some cheating, there could have been some lying. If it wasn't necessarily cheating, I'm getting the sense that you're recently out of some sort of situation where like you might have felt like an option, right? Like you weren't the only one. Like there was other situations, like, I mean, like it could have been a person, it could have been work, it could have been family, friends. Like you kept getting picked last out of all these other options, and if it wasn't necessarily like, your person choosing, or your ex-person choosing another romantic person, which for some of you, I do get the sense that that was a situation. Like they kept choosing their friends, they kept choosing their family, like that sort of thing. And it's cost you, like, right, I get the sense like you're still in a lot of pain here with the Three of Swords. There's still a lot of healing that needs to happen within you as you're processing the situation. I'm just going to throw this out there because sometimes we just need to hear it, this reminder that it is not your fault, whatever it was that happened, right? Like you did not deserve to get cheated on. You did not deserve to be seen as an option. I'm going to say that, with the Three of Pentacles, this is a little bit of an iffy energy because it could go a lot of ways, okay? But I would like you to ask yourself how much you were contributing to the situation, because it could go either way, in the sense that for some of you, you were doing too much for this relationship. Like you were carrying the team, you were like doing all the work into this, and then that left you, right, in turn one, like maybe not even valuing your contributions and not valuing, and your person maybe not even valuing everything that you did for this relationship. And for others, I'm seeing it as like maybe you didn't do enough, not in the sense of like you didn't do enough for your person, but maybe you didn't do enough to advocate for yourself or advocate for your needs or speak out enough about what it was that would help you achieve balance in the situation. And in turn, right, that also left you doing too much. So I guess those don't have to be exclusive. Like both of those could, like those two things could have been happening here. Okay. Yeah. Like this need to collaborate in the sense that saying, this is what I need, or saying, hey, this is my boundary, or hey, I'm feeling over, like I'm doing too much or whatever. Like that's also collaborating. That's also contributing, right? Like not just doing the actual physical work to sustain the relationship, but talking about your feelings and standing your ground is something that seems to need your attention in relationships. So if that's resonating with you, Taurus, let's go ahead and see what else, what needs your attention right now. Okay. Well, All right, you have the Death card. You have the Nine of Cups, okay? Look, really interesting message showing up for you here, Taurus, but with the Death card, like you're still, I'm getting that you're still processing this hurt, right? I get that for some of you, you still need to sit with this pain because you're learning so much about it. And okay, look, this is really shadowy work. So if you're not ready for this, then you know yourself best. But I feel like this is the difficult, what I'm about to say is the difficult work that can really support you and help you truly transform these situations and help you find that emotional fulfillment. Okay, so you'll know if you're ready. Okay, but with the Death card, there is this need for you to sit with your feelings, sit with the hurt, to truly honor the discomfort and say, hey, these were the things in this relationship that made me feel uncomfortable, that made you feel bad about yourself. With the Nine of Cups reversed, it's like you want to emphasize, and that's really difficult, right? Because sometimes we just kind of want to suppress those feelings or put them out or just kind of put the blame on the other person and things like that. But this is about you doing the work for yourself, and ask yourself, where did you feel used? Where did you feel like taken advantage of or devalued or whatever it was, right? That made you feel like this Nine of Cups in reverse, where you're not seeing your worth and you're not making yourself happy. And the thing is, the hard part is not making it about the other person, but asking yourself what this tells you about yourself. Okay, so that might look like, okay, well, I felt like my actions were not being honored or valued or seen, right? And it's like, okay, well, why do I feel the need to do so much for others, right? Or what did I expect to gain? Like, oh, if you expected to gain recognition, why do you need recognition from the other person, right? It's about you giving yourself that recognition, you doing things for you as well. I feel like that's something that's asking for your attention at this time. So that's just like one example, but I do feel like there's this need for you to continue to do this work within yourself, like get a journal, like write these things down, ask yourself, where was I feeling blank, and why? What does it tell you about you? Okay, because I feel like this transformation, this rebirth is so close to coming, but you need to be willing to sit with the things that made you feel not great about yourself and that made you feel uncomfortable, so that you can truly transform that energy and transmute that energy, right, into something beautiful, where you're loving yourself and you're seeing your worth and you're being your own emotional fulfillment here. Now, woo. All right, Taurus. Let's see what else is showing up for you. There's more external stuff that's showing up for you here right now. All right, what else is showing up for Taurus? All right, we have, goodness golly. Okay, the Tower showing up reversed and the Ace of Swords. All right, look. What's showing up for you, Taurus, is internal transformation that is going to cause you to learn something very big about yourself. Okay, look. The Tower showing up reverse to me is always about transformation from within. Okay, so I don't feel like your world's about to get shaken up or anything. The part of you that's going to get shaken up is you, like internally, your mental space. Okay, with the Ace of Swords, there's like false lessons that you may have learned about yourself. Maybe let's say that you went through a series of relationships where you were taken advantage of, right? And then you started telling yourself this false narrative of, like, I don't know, like some false narratives. I don't know. I feel like there's this need. I can't even think of examples right now, but like, because I feel like it's going to be so different for so many of you. Okay. But it's like, it's almost like lies that you started believing about yourself based on the patterns in your relationships. Okay. So for example, like if, you were being taken advantage of in relationships or something like that, and then all of a sudden, you're telling yourself, oh, well, I'm only valuable if I do this, or I need to change this part of myself in order to be loved, right? Like that kind of thing, where you know, it might have even turned you too much in the opposite way. Like, for example, right, where it's like, oh, well, I was getting taken advantage of, and now I need to not give any of myself at all, right? And then in turn, that might be like a false lesson, because, you know, the right person would see what you're giving, and then they would meet you halfway, or they would give back to you what you're giving to them, right? So it's almost like not turning too much in the other direction, all right? Like kind of really assessing any false lessons that you might have learned from past relationships, okay? Like checking yourself about that. Like, whew, sorry, Taurus, this feels so heavy and I'm really sorry. But I feel like you're about to go on this beautiful transformation. It's going to be so good for you, because you'll get to rebuild, you know, but I don't want to dismiss that this is an uncomfortable energy to sit with for a bit now, for a while now, right? But once you do, you know, go through this, once you get rid of, you know, the Tower wants you to get rid of anything that's not serving you, things that are no good for you. It's even those lies that you may have learned from the past, or even those things like past lessons that you've became a part of who you are, that is like maybe they served you at a point, but it's like you're entering a new phase of your life. So maybe those lies that you, or not lies, right? Maybe those truths, let's go with truths, that you learned about yourself at a certain point, they were true in the moment, and they were helpful to help you get to where you were, or where you, whatever it was, you know, that you needed to navigate through. But it's like now those truths are evolving. Okay, let's look at it in that way, you know? It's like there are truths that are changing within you. Your understanding, the way that you see yourself and who you are becoming is just somebody completely new, completely different here. Wow. All right, Taurus. You know, I'm going to go ahead and pull a mantra for you over here, because I just feel the need to wrap up with some, like, this feels like heavy work, you know, but look, let's pull your mantra. All right, let's see what else I wish I had. Yeah. Look, all right. Oh, beautiful. Okay, look. The only way through is through, okay? This is Chariot energy and my deck here, okay? And what I love about this Chariot energy is that it reminds us of success, of victory, okay? It's about you deciding to charge forward. You get to decide, right? Like you don't have to do any of this work. You don't have to try to put yourself through the rocky roads, you know, because that's the thing. The charioteer, the chariot, it's not smooth sailing the whole time. As a matter of fact, the chariot decides to embark on a journey because they're leaving behind, right, something that was not good for them. And they're like, this road is rocky, but we are going to be successful. We are going to charge forward. We are charging towards something new, something different, something better, something that's ultimately going to make you feel great. And the only way to get through that is through. All right, so remind yourself the only way through is through. Thank you so much for being here. If there were any messages for you here, your likes, comments, subscribes are greatly appreciated. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, and I will see you again sometime. Whew. All right, we are going to move on to Gemini, but first we're going to do a little bit of a cleanse. All right, Gemini, welcome. Gemini sun, moon, rising, Venus, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome to your reading. We are starting with an energy check. So if this part of the reading does not sound like your story, please go ahead and check out your different placements. We are starting with the Queen of Pentacles showing up reversed and the Page of Pentacles. Wow, Gemini. I'm going to say for a lot of you, I feel like you're getting ready to put yourself out there. There's something that you want to ground, something that you want to get started on. Maybe you're trying to figure out if you are ready to like put your money where your mouth is as far as relationships, right? I feel like some of you have been working on strengthening your you know, yourselves, your career, your health, your life, your everyday, you know, like anything in your material realm with the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Maybe finding that work-life balance, maybe having enough money to ask somebody out, right? Because you want to be good, you want to be solid. I feel like you want to be this provider. But you are being asked to take it slow. I feel like you're recognizing that you need to take things slow. It could be that in the past you rushed. It's like, because you are this queen, right? You are this Queen of Pentacles. You know how to take care of others. You know how to take care of yourself. You've worked hard to be who you like, to be who you are and where you are, and you have so much to give. But maybe in the past you've been giving way too much, right? Maybe you took out way too many people on fancy days that went unappreciated. Maybe you, like, I don't know, I'm really getting it as somebody who has spent way too much coin on others. And I'm not judging your ways, I'm not telling you how to live your life, but I feel like you're starting to realize that maybe you need to take a couple of steps back, you know, so you want to go back to this page energy, taking things slow, but not fully stopping. So let's see what else, if that energy resonates with you, Gemini. Let's see what else is showing up for you right now. All right, what does Gemini need to hear right now? You have the Wheel of Fortune showing up reversed and the Six of Swords. Woo, all right. Look, as far as what needs your attention within yourself right now, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Swords, I'm going to say that be careful, be really mindful that your past negative experiences aren't fully affecting how you're interacting with others now, okay? Now, do you want to learn your lessons? Absolutely, right? One of the things I get from the Wheel of Fortune reversed is this need to sit with the bad times and tell ourselves, okay, well, what did I learn from that experience, right? Like sometimes we're great and sometimes, sorry, I'm getting like, sometimes you, sorry, okay. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn, okay? That is what I heard. And that's really it, right? That these bad things that may have happened in your relationships or with whatever, if you, here's the thing, like life sucks sometimes, and it's like there's no reason, there's no rhyme or purpose, but it can be what you make it. So if you choose to learn something from the negative things that happened, like, then you can at least take something from it, no matter how small it was. You know, I'm not, I don't want to dismiss that sometimes life sucks and life's not fair, but I do get the sense that some of y'all are hanging on to past experiences and not moving on. And then in turn, you're carrying this into your new relationships, and it could be affecting how you're interacting with others. I feel like you're being asked to charge towards something new, right? Like recognize those lessons, keep those with you, but don't allow it to completely harm your new interactions or to completely taint your new interactions, okay? Once again, with this Page of Pentacles, it's like you're not at a standstill, you're still charging forward, just kind of taking things slower, you know, making sure that you're not rushing into things and giving too much of yourself too quickly as well. So let's see what else is showing up for Gemini here. All right, Gemini, what is showing up for Gemini? This is external energy, so anything that's coming your way, you have, wow, goodness golly, okay, sorry. I'm really excited for you, okay? Look, you have the Ten of Discs and the Ace of Swords. So you can have communication coming your way soon. If you have somebody in mind, it could be this person. Take it if it's with the Ten of Discs. This would be Earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I think Ten of Discs is specifically Virgo. It doesn't have to be, okay? But if anything, what I'm getting more than anything is like that this could be somebody who's ready to do the groundwork, put in the groundwork, the legwork, okay, into a situation like the Ace of Swords. I want to say this is this is an idea, right? It hasn't been fully grounded. So this person might want to talk about it. They might want to see if you're on the same page. They might want to ask, what does your 10 of discs look like? And when I say 10 of discs, I'm talking about, what does the future that you envision with a partner look like, right? I don't know. Maybe you're talking and you're realizing, oh, this person wants to move out to a different country and that's not where I'm at. And then you're like, oh, you know what? Great idea, but it doesn't match my energy, right? Or this person wants kids and I don't, or blah blah blah, whatever it is. It seems to be like this needing to be aligned and learn about each other. I feel like your person's going to want to kind of sorry, dang, I heard hit the ground running by asking you these very seemingly serious questions right away. I almost feel like the next person that you're encountering could be like on a mission to try to see if you're aligned right away and try to figure out like, oh, look, do you have to accept it? No. Can you do you? Okay, I'm just telling you the energy that I'm sensing coming your way here. All right, so yeah, keep an ear out for communication. I feel like there's this need for you to get in touch with your values yourself, because if your person comes in asking you all these questions and you don't quite have an answer for that, right, then how do you know where you're heading? And that's fine. It's fair for you to say, you know what, I actually don't have the answers to these questions right now. And that's just where you are at. But for those of you that are trying to build, because there's a lot of energy of wanting to build here something, half of the cards here are pentacles, so I do get like that, desire to start cementing things. And if you want to do that, then you should be clear about what it is that you're striving for. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. All right, Gemini, thank you so much for being here. If there were messages for you, please let me know. Your likes, comments, subscribes, everything's greatly appreciated. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, and I hope to see you again next time. All right, we are going to move on to Cancer. Hello, Cancer, Cancer Sun, Moon, Venus, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome to your singles reading. We are starting with an energy check. So if this part of the reading does not resonate with you, please go ahead and check out one of your other placements. Wow. I'm going to say I'm getting a lot of instability. Some of y'all could be in need of finding some moderation within your life. You could be feeling very destabilized. Your feelings, I feel like your feelings are dominated. The blue is really standing out to me here. So your emotions could be running high. You could be having difficulties even regulating your emotions, moderating your emotions. Something a side message kind of that I'm getting with the Temperance card showing up here is to very much pay attention to like your sleeping habits, how you're eating, how you're hydrating, like those basic needs sort of things. Okay, how you're nourishing yourself and your body. I'm particularly getting it as, are you drinking enough water? Okay, look, I don't know who needed to hear that, but I'm gonna throw that out there. Okay, it could just be a side message. If you're like, I hydrate well enough, Peta, thank you, then cool, you do you. All right, thank you. But like I said, all right, lack of moderation, a lot of instability. The Seven of Wands, this is a very challenging energy. I'm going to say, I'm seeing it in a couple of ways over here. For some of you, I get the sense that you could have a lot of offers coming your way. Like you are trying to fend off the suitors. You have all of these wands being thrusted upon you and you're like, too many options. I don't know what I'm doing. There's a lot of exciting opportunities and you're like, I don't know what to do, right? And for others of you, I'm almost seeing it as you kind of like a similar energy. Like, okay, like what I get is like some of you might be basking in this and like, woo, like this is exciting, this is fun, but then it's kind of causing you to feel a little bit out of balance or not in moderation, but you're kind of like just kind of going with the flow sort of thing, And for others of you, I'm getting that you could have options, you could have people coming your way, but your boundaries are so high. It's almost like you're aggressively fighting them off. Like, just like, no, I do not have time for this. I do not want this. I don't need this, like that sort of thing. So it's posting challenges, to you and to your personhood, but yeah, you know, those are kind of like the vibes that I'm getting from this. It feels a little bit different, kind of similar but different, you know, like your approach could be varying depending on who you are here. But let's see what else is showing up for Cancer. I feel the need to do a little old school shuffle here, like proper shuffle. Goodness golly, that was a terrible shuffle. All right, let me do one more. Okay, that felt a lot smoother. Okay, some of y'all might feel, some of you might feel the need to try again and try again, because yeah, I don't know if that's, I don't know what that means. Maybe it's just like in your okay, I don't know. Seeing you like maybe dating a lot of people and trying like new things, you know, that sort of thing. Goodness golly. Okay, Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands. I'm gonna say for those of you that your judgment is being clouded by something lusty and passionate and exciting and fun. You know, just be mindful, okay? Enjoy yourself, have some fun. But the Ace of Swords, goodness golly, the Ace of Swords reversed. See, it's like the reason I say swords is because my brain was already saying reversed when I was saying swords, and it's just like an energy of like getting ahead of myself. And some of y'all, that's what you're doing. It's like you're getting ahead of yourself in something. Like you could feel very excited about something. Some of y'all could be encountering a very passionate connection. Okay, the Ace of Wands is like that beginning fiery energy and like starting something new and exciting that can, you know, I mean, it's fun. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. I'm not telling you how to live your life. But I do get the message of, you know, like potential miscommunication. The Ace of Swords can be things being unclear, like you needing to learn something from the situation, you know, being mindful about how you're sharing yourself or how you're expressing your feelings in the situation as well. Because two aces, new beginnings, potentials, things being able to start, but the aces are, they're a potential, right? They're not how do I say this? Like aces are new beginnings, but these are things that you need to nurture, right? Like if you overdo it, let's say you overdo this Ace of Wands, right? Like you can start a whole fire and could be very destructive and leave you to this lack of moderation. But if you don't nurture that flame, if you don't take care of it, if you ignore it, then the fire is going to die out and you're going to end up feeling, right, like burnt out or tired again or uninspired. So it's all about really nurturing this potential if you want something to grow. You know, the aces, the beautiful energy, right, for getting things started. The reversal of the swords, again, I want to say there's something that you're learning, and there is something about being mindful about how you're communicating. So this could be communicating your feelings, communicating your emotions, your thoughts, your ideas, communicating just period, you know. And once again, the reversal, like I feel like make sure that you're also listening. Okay, whenever I see swords reversed, I see it as like as a, you know, when I see them upright, I'm like, oh, you talking, and then when I see them reversed, I see it as you listening. So I also feel like make sure that you're like listening to your people's points of views. I don't know if you're dating one person or a lot of I feel like you're dating. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if you're dating or not, but I get the sense that you are, or that you have people on your mind, you know, and whoever it is that you have on your mind, especially if you're in communication, make sure that you're also listening to their points of views and their perspectives and opening yourself up to learning from them as well. Okay, I think there you go. That's what I'm gonna leave it at. Okay. Wow. All right, Cancer. Let's see what else. Wow, goodness. Okay, this flew out. Do we take it? Yeah, we're gonna take it. Four of discs showing up. Anything else that's showing up for you? All right, what else is showing up? This is like external energy. Oh wow, some of y'all could be dealing with an Aries. You do not have to be dealing with an Aries. It could be a fire sign in general. Doesn't have to be. I'm gonna say though, with more exciting energy, more passionate energy, the Emperor is fire energy. So once again, a lot of exciting opportunities. This could be somebody that's really charging your way. You could have somebody pop out of nowhere. Or this person could already be in your energy. Okay, I get the sense that for some of you, like you're starting to narrow down your choices. or you're trying to figure out what it is that you need to release in order to welcome in either a person that you have in mind, or to welcome in, like, for, lack of better terminology, the one. Okay, look, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Okay, if it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, then don't mind it. Some of y'all need to balance your throat chakra. Okay, so look into that. Like, balancing it looks like a lot of different ways. Okay, so for example, if it's overactive, it could be, sometimes it's, like, using honesty as an excuse for being crass, right? When it's like, are you being honest? Are you being crass? Was that necessary? Or not speaking your truth, not sharing your feelings, not being honest at all, right? And hiding things, so finding that balance too. So whatever that looks like for you, okay? But like, I'm not getting it as you have an underactive or overactive throat chakra. I'm just seeing it as there's this need to balance that. So if you want to look into that, that's a side message for some of you. Something that needs your attention. You have to do that work yourself. Sorry, I can't do it for you. But it keeps popping up in this reading, so I'm just going to throw it out there for whomever it resonates. Now, back to this. I do get the sense, with the 4 discs, like, both you and your person might be wanting to figure, why do this is supposed to be a singles reading, goodness golly. But whomever you're dealing with, okay, like, or the suitors that you're dealing with, I feel like there are people in your energy that are trying to figure out what they need to let go of to be able to charge toward you, okay? And I feel like the same applies to you. It's, the 4 of discs, it's this opportunity. The door is right there. But in order to be able to walk through and pick up the key, right, you need to let go of something. So what is it going to be? For some of you, it could be letting go of all your options and deciding, I am going to give it a try, like, give it a real shot with this person. For some of you, it could be, for those of you who are single, right, and you're not quite even dating or anything like that, I do get that you can have a lot of options if you want to welcome them in. But it's like, maybe you need to leave behind, like, working all those extra hours, right? Because it's keeping you from going out on dates, or, like, that sort of thing, or like leaving behind ideas or values that, your family wants you to date this kind of person, and, you're like, oh, well, I need to let go of that so that I can explore what I want, right? Like, there's something that I feel like you need to almost sacrifice in order to be able to charge toward this door, and really feel empowered, right, to choose somebody that you feel is more aligned to you here. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. All right, thank you, Cancer. I hope that there were messages for you here. I'm gonna say, like, this reading did feel a little bit all over the place, but goodness golly, yeah, back to this need to finding that moderation. Okay, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. If there were messages for you here, your likes, comments, subscribes are greatly appreciated. Thank you, and I hope to see you again next time. All right. Woo! I feel like Cancer's having a lot of fun, but let's see what else. All right. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to Virgo. Hello, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome to your singles love reading. We are going to start with an energy check. If this part of the reading does not resonate with you, please go ahead and find a different placement. Yeah, look, wow. Definitely getting specific stories. So if it's not your story, do not try to make it fit, okay? And sorry, I guess I'm kind of thinking, I feel like I've picked up on a similar Virgo energy previously. So, yeah, look, with the 10 of Swords, 10s are endings, aces, Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, okay? I do feel like you're close to wrapping up some sort of cycle. There is something that you're learning. The Ten of Swords definitely speaks to feeling betrayed, feeling backstabbed, feeling very, very in your hurt, feeling like your world is, right, like turned upside down by something. You know, I'm getting a lot of thoughts just circling your head, and you know, and it carries a lot of hurt. I'm getting a lot of anxiety, you know, a lot of sleepless nights sort of situation, like kind of, I don't know, picking up on some of that Nine of Swords energy as well, you know. But the thing is that I feel like you're very close to wrapping up this cycle. You're close to figuring out what it is that you learned from the situation. I get the sense that you are getting ready to put yourself out there even. And, you know, I would say, you know, the Ace of Pentacles did show up reversed, you know, so for those of you that are kind of debating it, I would say, you know, we'll get into the rest of the tarot and see what else is showing up for you. But I get the sense that there's still a little bit of a need to continue to sit with these thoughts, especially when you're sifting through them, so that you can really figure out, you know, what it was that you learned from any past painful experiences, what it was that you don't want to take forward. For some of you over here, I feel like something that you've taken from these hurtful past experiences or past experience is to put yourself in an energy of receptivity. I feel like you've been either opening yourself up to receiving, or you're being asked to do that. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles wants to charge forward, get something started, but the reversal to me right now is really indicating, hey, what are you welcoming in? You know, where can you find support? It could be, I mean, it could be friendships, it could be love wise, it could be just, you know, anything where you're welcoming in that support, like people being there for you, whether that's emotionally, time-wise, energy, like something like that. Sorry, I feel like, yeah, you know, let's get into the rest of the tarot. Sorry, a lot of these messages do feel very, like I feel like I said this to a Virgo recently or something. Like, and I don't always remember everything that I say, but the fact that I'm remembering some of this, I'm like, what is going on? Sorry, card just popped out. I didn't even look at it, so let me just do a little, oh, that is a terrible shuffle. Okay, let me try to get a better shuffle in here, okay? Okay, that felt a little bit better. All right, what is Virgo half showing up for them? All right, Virgo, you have the Three of Discs. You have the Hanged One. Okay, look, I feel like right now, yeah, you've been in a little bit of an uncollaborative energy. Maybe isolating yourself. Really taking some time to heal, which is great, right? Like great. With the Hanged One showing up here, I feel like you're being asked to, yeah, like kind of allow yourself to be in an uncomfortable position. Listening to these ideas, these thoughts, these things that are circling in your head. Some of them might not be the nicest words. Some of them might be lies. Some of them might be really painful, right? Whatever thoughts are going through your head. But there's something about sitting with the discomfort, because that's what the Hanged One does. They deliberately go into this awkward position because they so desperately want to have a better understanding. So it's like you've been like there's just illumination waiting to happen. Like I feel like you've been resisting really picking up your lessons, and I'm getting an energy of suppression or repression, right? Like maybe how do I say this? I guess that's the best way to say it, right? Like you've just been trying to avoid your feelings, or maybe even finger pointing, which, you know, it happens to all of us, you know, but there's this need to also reflect on, everything that happened and what it showed you about your worth, what it showed you about what you need. Oh, yep. Okay. I see it now. So the Hanged Man, I feel like the Hanged Man is Pisces energy, right? Yes. So that makes so much sense why it's so uncomfortable. Sorry, I'm really, oh wow, okay. Because I felt it's almost like a roadblock. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like the energy is being blocked. Now here's the thing. This is why I'm talking about this. Because I can sense that maybe you getting in touch with your feelings, or you actually sitting with those thoughts and allowing them to, like, opening up your heart, right? To really see what they're exposing about you, like exposing it to yourself, could be something that feels very uncomfortable to you. And, because it's that oppositional energy, it can be very difficult, right? Because you're trying to get acquainted with a completely different part of you. Now, here's the thing about oppositional energy, that it's actually so beautiful because it creates a sense of completion, right? If you can work with that energy that you are opposing, that you are trying so hard to dismiss, like those feelings that you're trying so hard to ignore, or those thoughts that you're just trying to shush here, by working with them, it's actually going to give you a fuller picture of who you are. It's going to create completion within your inner world, within yourself, and this illuminated perspective, right? This deeper understanding, like major growth for you showing up here, Virgo. Like, woo, like a lot of work, but like major growth. I don't even know what else to call it. Okay. I want to speak to this Three of Discs, okay? Because I do get the sense that some of y'all, yes, it was, I said at the beginning, it's like that uncollaborative energy, right? Like maybe not wanting to do the work, or not being willing to look into things, or kind of starting to consider, how do I say this? Like, for some of you, it could be about learning how to access your feelings and reading a book on that, right? Or how to process hurt, or I know it's going to sound really cheesy, right? But maybe like reading books about coping with breakups or coping with grief, like, I don't know, like that kind of thing, where you're actually doing some of the legwork into that healing, like tangible work in your everyday life. And some of y'all might be resisting that, or maybe just not open to that right now, but you're being called to do that. Another thing that I'm going to say is surround yourself with the right people, okay? For those, like, be really mindful of who you are talking to, who you're giving your energy to, because I get the sense that, because you should be in this receptive energy right now, there could be people around that take too much from you, that aren't giving you exactly your energy back or enough support or something. So just be mindful about, like, yeah, just like that. It's like you're not completely isolating yourself. The right people will see you and they'll be like, oh, Virgo needs me right now. I need to step up for Virgo, or I should be, supportive or whatever. Like, they're not going to judge you. So surround yourself with those right people, okay? So yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave it there. All right. But let's see what else is showing up for Virgo here. All right, anything else? So this is all internal stuff, but let's see outside of you, what is showing up for Virgo. Wow. All right, you have the Wheel of Fortune showing up reversed. You have the Two of Swords. Look, I feel like, yeah, goodness golly, Virgo. Like, I sense the heaviness in your energy. Can you tell me about this Wheel of Fortune? I feel like some of you just feel like you're down and out right now. Like, you feel like things are not going your way. Like, things are just not working out. That's why you're feeling the sense of betrayal, hurt, right? Like this non-starter energy. Like, wanting to charge forward, but like things are just not happening for you. And I feel like the Two of Swords has to do with you choosing how to move on from this. Like, life sucks sometimes, and I want to honor that. And I want to say that with the Wheel of Fortune in particular, sometimes it's nothing that you did. It's not like you did something to deserve bad things happening to you. Sometimes life just freaking sucks. and you don't deserve that. And also, you get to decide how you choose forward from this energy. If you feel like you need to sit with your feelings and sit with your thoughts and process the hurt, cool, you know. If you feel like you want to move on and try to suppress and whatever, that's your choice. You know, if you want to ignore everything and just kind of keep going, like whatever you decide is your choice, right? Like sometimes we don't get to choose the bad things that happen to us, but I hate it, right? It's so cheesy, you know, but it's true. Like, we do get to choose the way that we react to things. So do be mindful. Like, I feel like if you're listening to this reading at this point and you haven't, you know, like called X'd out or whatever, I feel like it's because you know, like, you do want to do something that is for your higher good. You do want to get in touch with the parts of you that are ready to learn about, you know, even learning from the negative experiences, even having a different perspective of how you can start taking control back of your life, finding that balance within yourself, like all of these things, you know, how to collaborate with yourself, how to collaborate with others, right? In order to be in this receptive energy. Like, I do feel like you have choices to make about how you see what happened to you. Yeah, wow, Virgo. Sorry, like I get this heavy energy in your reading. I really do. And I just want to say, like, you seem to have a lot of choices and a lot of things that you're going through that are ultimately trying, you get to decide, right? Like, but they're trying to help you bridge like these two parts of yourself. This truly is for growth, personal growth, inner growth. And I'm sorry that it's not all, you know, always like, oh, light and beautiful and growing and transcending. Isn't always just like this beautiful upward journey full of light and bliss and whatever. Like, sometimes it means, you know, delving into the deep shadows. Sometimes it means doing the really heavy work. And I'm sorry to hear that you're going through that right now. I'm gonna go ahead and pull I want to pull a mantra card. I actually wanted to pull from the little deck of self-care, but I grabbed the mantra card. So I'm going to go ahead and see what pops up for you here, if anything. Yep. Okay. Yeah. All right. Look, you have... Sorry, because you have... I chuckled, not because I'm evil. I mean, maybe I am evil. I don't know. But it's a moon card. In my deck, it's the moon. And the moon is also associated with Pisces, which Pisces is... the opposite of Virgo. So once again, is this energy of you having to do things that might feel uncomfortable to you right now, but it's to help you find that more complete version of yourself. Okay. Goodness golly, I swear, Virgo, I swear that you got this in another one of my readings. Maybe you have messages in some of my other readings. I don't know if you've watched any of my other videos, but yeah, if you maybe you have messages waiting for you, maybe that we're just if you're look, Virgo, take care of your needs. Okay, that is your mantra right now. You need to really take care of your needs, and this goes from your physical needs, like, are you nourishing yourself, are you hydrating, are you sleeping well, are you eating, you know, things that are good for you, are you catching some sun, you know, with sunscreen, are you, you know, whatever. Right? To emotional needs, you know, do you feel, you know, like you're being supported? Are you valuing yourself? Are you validating your feelings? Are you paying attention to your mental health practices? Like, just really, really taking care of all of your needs at this moment. Okay, you are worthy of being taken care of. If people are there to support you, accept it, but they don't have to, right? You can also do this for yourself, and do this for yourself. Okay, take care of your needs. I take care of my needs is your mantra. All right, Virgo, please take care of yourself. Yeah, if there are any messages for you here, let me know. I hope you're well. Know that like you're growing like exponentially, you know, and just sending you a lot of love and yeah, and healing. Thank you, Virgo. Oh, all right. I need some water. You know what I just realized? That I skipped Leo. All right. Hello, Leo, Leo, sun, moon, rising, Venus, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome to your reading. We are starting with an energy check. So if this part of the reading does not resonate with you, please go ahead and check out a different placement. Yes, you may have noticed you are coming in after Virgo because I, for some reason, jumped from Cancer to Virgo and skipped past Leo. I don't know what that means. It could just be being absent-minded and not paying attention. Or I don't know, maybe some of you are feeling a little like you're getting skipped over. Like, when is my new beginning coming? Like, what is going on? I have no idea. All right, but let's get into the cards. Okay, this is going to be an energy check. So if this does not make sense to you, sound like your story, please go ahead and check out your different placements. Now you have the Queen of Swords and the Fool, okay? With the Fool, you know, like that is that new beginning, that leap of faith, that charging towards something new energy, you know, the reverse card, which is what I was saying, right, about you welcoming that in or something, or like, when is it coming, right? Like, because the reversal here is telling me that maybe you've been waiting or desiring this new opportunity, this new chance, but there is something that still needs your attention. With the Queen of Swords, there is, you know, it showed up reversed, you know, and I almost see it as, for some of you, there's this need to trust yourself, trust your feelings, trust your intuition more, okay? Because sometimes the Fool, that's why they're known as the Fool, because they don't always make the wisest choices, you know? But because you are showing up in Queen of Swords energy, I would say that you have enough wisdom in you to know that you can make a change, you can make a shift, you can try something new, something different in a smarter way, in a wiser way, right? Like, you're not completely starting from scratch, okay? There's a lot that you have learned from your past experiences that you can take forward if you choose to embark on this new journey, try something new and try something different. Because this is a love reading, you know, this can look like, you know, maybe wanting to start a new relationship, but you still have some hang-ups and you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to try something new again. But you've learned so much from your past experiences, but you know, are you applying it is what I would ask. Are you sitting with that? I feel like some of you are trying to be so logical about things that it's actually causing you to make either like misaligned choices, or you're trying to be so logical that it's actually causing fear, you know, like it's keeping you from being actually logical. It's like you're trying so hard that is making you illogical, okay? Like that's kind of what I'm getting here, okay? I'm gonna say, you know, with this Queen of Swords showing up reversed, some of you could be coming from either like a recent breakup, or like I'm getting like a very big, like one big significant relationship, okay? Like the Queen of Swords she's also known as like the widower's card, you know. It could also indicate like divorce and things like that. So I'm getting like somebody, like one person or one relationship that's really affecting how you're navigating your future relationships, okay? Like there could have been one person. For a lot of you, it could be patterns, you know, patterns that you're sensing in your connections. But I do get like one person or one situation here that's really, dang, like, I'm sorry. Like I really heard it as losing my mind, like it's causing you to kind of like lose your mind over this, you know, or keeping you once again in this, it's almost like you're questioning yourself here. But remember, you know, like the Queen of Swords, if you choose, you know, the Queen of Swords is somebody who knows how to take care of themselves, who learns from these past experiences. If you choose to learn from these experiences, it can actually create somebody so much stronger, so much ready, so much smarter, right? Being able to tackle things on, take care of business, and cut off anybody who is not serving you right or doing right by you, you know, like you'll have that power within yourself. But one, you need to choose to accept like lessons and continue to and be willing to continue to charge forward if that's what you're desiring here, you know. So let's see. We are going to see what else. What else does Leo need to know right now? What does Leo need to know right now? Or what wants Leo's attention? What wants Leo's attention right now? What does Leo need to give their... Oh, goodness golly. Sorry. No, it's not cool. But, you know, Six of Cups is cute and all. But particularly with this energy... Like it could be somebody from your past, really. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna, like, I was doing this and then this, but I feel like this back... Oh, goodness golly. Okay. Look, Leo. If this is not your story, please check a different placement, okay? Because getting very, 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 very specific story, okay? For those of you, you know, because you know how I said at the beginning that I was getting like one person. This person that you're thinking of, like, this should be for singles, okay? So Leo, what are you doing? But this person that's like affecting you could be wanting to come back, okay? They could be a Pisces. Doesn't have to be. Could be Cancer, Scorpio. Just kind of throwing that out there. Doesn't have to be. All right. But I feel like they're going to come back, share their cup of love. You know, you have the Six of Cups over here, which is telling me that you're also thinking about this reconciliation, right? Maybe this, like, that's why that Fool over here is, it was like that resistance, right? Because some of you, I'm gonna throw this out there, some of you could have a far more fulfilling relationship with somebody who's truly loving, truly caring, you know, like, if I'm just looking at it this way, like somebody who's willing to charge toward you, share their love with you, bring balance into your connection in the situation, if you were willing to take a risk into something new and something different, okay? That is an option for some of you. So for those of you who are ready to do that, okay? For those of you that are lingering and hanging on to this person, it's like you're hoping for this reconciliation. Your person could be coming back over here, giving you... Here's the thing. I'm really seeing it as giving you the semblance of the balance that you desire. So they might show up at first, you know, trying to give you what you want, trying to meet you halfway. You know, sixes do speak of balance. You have the cups and the discs, you know, here with both sixes. So it could be trying to give you like that emotional fulfillment, putting their money where their mouth is and actually doing things for you, taking care of business, meeting you halfway as far as making this relationship work, right? Like their actions might be showing that they kind of like, okay, their actions might be showing that they're willing to do the work, but I don't know how long it's going to last, okay? I'm getting the sense of like them coming and going. So what I'm gonna say to that is your person trying to come back and make way? Yeah. Is it sustainable? I have no idea, okay? What I'm gonna say for you is that you really need to ask yourself if what this person is doing is enough, because you have the Four of Cups here. Now, because it's reversed, I actually see it as a kind of a good thing, right? It's like, oh, you're letting go, like you're going to see these opportunities, and your person might really step up their game, and I'm just being a hater here, okay? Like that's a possibility, okay? Trust yourself, okay? You know, it's like you've been in this dejected energy, like disappointed, just kind of, oh, you know, and missing opportunities. But that's the thing that I see it as, like, you could have so much better opportunities, but you're caught up on this person. And I feel like there's just, I don't know, like, Look, I'm going to ask you to ask yourself the same thing that I always tell people when it comes to exes. Like, what is it about this connection that's keeping you attached to them? Are they actually bringing you balance? Are you feeling fulfilled? Are you emotionally fulfilled? Are you physically fulfilled? Are you mentally stimulated? Are you feeling like there is balance and reciprocity in this? You know, do they give you what you're desiring? You know, and if the answer is yes to all of those, cool, great, all right, you do you, okay? Sorry, I don't know why I'm sorry. Look, I'm not upset at you or anything. I don't know why I'm a little aggravated here. Maybe you're aggravated about this, okay? Because I feel like you could have so much more. But you keep kind of coming back to this. And I don't know if it's, I keep saying you keep coming back, so I don't know if it's been like a cycle or something, you know? But you know, your person could show up, but like if they do, I feel like check in with yourself that you know that you actually are, that all of those questions are a resounding yes, that you do feel comfortable, that you do feel the balance, that your person's actions are matching what they're saying they're going to do. That's what I would say about that, okay? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, Leo. All right, I'm done with this energy. All right, I don't know where you're at. All right, you're gonna do what you want to do. Okay, ask yourself. Okay, like because I feel like you can have somebody that genuinely wants to meet you halfway, if you are willing to take that risk and open up. But if you want to keep coming back to that person, make sure that they're doing the work. I just repeating myself. See, I feel like you're repeating yourself. Like you guys are on rinse, repeat, cycle, rinse, repeat, you know, whatever. So, Leo, you do you, okay? Take care of yourself, all right? Best wishes to you, okay? I really hope that your person comes through and steps up their game and all that good stuff, okay? But yeah, I'm gonna move on from this reading. All right. Woo. Goodness golly. I need to cleanse this energy. All right. We are going to move on to Libra. All right, hello Libra, Libra sun, moon, rising, Venus, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome to your reading. We are starting with an energy check, so if this part of the reading does not make sense to you, please go ahead and check out your different placements. Wow, Libra, look. Oh, Libra. Okay, wow, this is intense and beautiful and Libra, okay. Okay. I got an overwhelming, like look, I'm not a hugger. So for me to say this, it's kind of like I wanted to hug you. I want to hold you. I don't know why. I'm not a hugger. So maybe you're in need of an embrace or something, all right? You have the Five of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles showing up here, all right? And I feel like you're seeing yourself as this Five of Pentacles. Like you're seeing yourself as someone who's down and out, who doesn't have enough, like you want to maybe charge forward. You want to be this King of Pentacles. Like you want to have enough to provide, but you feel like what you have is not enough. And I want to tell you, like, I don't think that's the case. I think you are this King of Pentacles. And I say that carefully because for some of you, like what am I even talking about? Five of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Let me back up, okay? Let me back up. Look, the Five of Pentacles, sometimes it's known as I typically call it the down and out card. It's about more than that, okay? But for this purpose, let's call it, the down and out card. So I feel like you're seeing yourself as down and out, right? The King of Pentacles, this is somebody who's a provider. They're reliable. They're strong. They're ready to take care of others because they have already taken care of themselves and they take care of their needs and they've worked on their wealth and their strength and, they're safe. They're healthy. They got a, good job. They got, their needs taken care of, and like they have so much that they can then be providers for others, right? Like that kind of thing. So I feel like you kind of want to be there, but then you feel like you're here, like you want to be that provider, but you feel like you're down and out. And I'm going to go back to this whole like I want to be very mindful, because I think you are this king, because it is the energy that you are carrying within you. It's like you don't need to have the most money in the world. You don't need to have like the best job. You don't need to be in the best shape of your life. You don't need to be like in the nicest mansion ever, right? Like whatever it is that you are envisioning, I feel like you're like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have high standards, but I feel like you want to be like just so much where like what you have is so much already, and it is enough, and it is more than enough. And I feel like you're trying to reach these goals in order to be able to put yourself out there, but what you have is this desire to be that for this like I don't, dang, some of you, maybe you do have a person on your mind, okay? This is intended to be a singles reading, but maybe you have a person, that you're thinking about. It doesn't have to be. For others of you, it could just be like you're maybe feeling like you're not ready to put yourself out there to date, because you feel like you won't have enough to offer the people that you want to date. It's like you really want to strengthen yourself, but you're strong where you are at already, and I feel like your desire to continue to grow, and your desire to want to build, and your desire to continue to take care of things, like that progress mentality, that willingness to, it's not like you're just like, I'm chilling, I'm done, this is where I'm at like the rest of my life. It's like you're willing to do the work, is what I'm sensing. And I feel like that's what makes you ready. I'm getting this message of like some of y'all are waiting to be like goal met, healing complete, in order to put yourself out there. And that's the thing, I feel like, we're never done healing. Healing is a forever journey, right? You don't achieve healed status. You keep going, you keep healing, whatever happens, whomever you meet, guess what? There's going to be more healing that needs to happen, right? Goals, you could achieve all of your goals, and then you set new goals for yourself, right? So like it's not, I don't know, like make sure that you are not using this as an excuse to put yourself out there, especially if you want to charge forward towards something. All right. Wow. Sorry. That guy, there's so much emotion here. Some of y'all maybe need to get in touch with your emotions. Are you in touch with your emotions? I almost get the sense of you using your material realm as an excuse. So this could be like drowning yourself in work, drowning yourself in friendship. I feel like, dang, sorry. Look, I'm not calling you a gym rat. I heard gym rat. Okay. Like maybe like going to the gym too much, really focus on your workout routines, really focused on your, like, I don't know, like I just get the sense of like you trying to distract yourself with your material realm, your physical space, your routines and things like that, right? To not acknowledge your feelings. So I feel like this need to allow yourself to get in touch with the softer parts of you, with your feelings, your emotions, things like that. So look, let's find out, Libra. Let's find out what else is showing up for you. All right. Okay, so this is all about what wants your attention right now internally. Yeah. Okay. Like I'm gonna go back to this. Needing to get in touch with your feelings, needing to get in touch with your emotions. Okay, some of you could be using overindulging, partying, like hanging out with people in like a very superficial way as a coping mechanism as well. Just gonna throw that out there, because I'm just getting like a lot of distractions. Like you really trying so hard to distract yourself from the real work that's calling your attention. You have the Ten of Discs showing up reversed. So what wants your attention for some of you? Dang, a lot of Pentacles energy. For some of you, you could have had a lot of things fall through. You could have started to build your Ten of Discs, like your family life, your home, your I don't know, your like everything that you wanted to, like the legacies that you wanted to leave behind, and that could have fallen apart. Dang. Okay, why do I want to? I swear I'm not a crier. What the hell is going on? Yeah, I just get the sense of these things falling apart. And that's why you're seeing yourself in this Five of Pentacles energy. That's why you're seeing so down and out. But the thing is that even though these things fell apart, like you're still so strong. Like you do have so much left. And I feel like just the fact that you have that energy, that willingness to persevere, that perseverance within you, you know, like that is so much, you know. But I do get the sense that there's something that you need to reconcile within this. Like there's something about these things that have fallen apart that are affecting your current situation. Like that's something that you're being asked to pay attention to, because it's telling you a lot about what you need. Maybe you just need to process those feelings. Maybe you need to let yourself cry, Libra. Like let yourself, like, just, it's okay to be in grief. It's okay to be in sorrow. Like allow yourself to do that, because I feel like you keep trying to drown this out, or like ignore it, like you're just blocking all those feelings. And there's something about, like, dang, sorry, my eyes are getting watery. This is so weird. I am not sorry. I'm so sorry. um yeah, look, yeah, feelings, emotions, get in touch with them. I'm gonna say, you know, sorry, because one of the messages that you know, I usually tap into with the Five of Pentacles here is, you know, like, oh, I used to call it the down and out card, but it's not about being down and out. It's actually that there's resources outside if you know, like there's resources if you do the research, right? Like there's support, like, and all those things. And I hadn't got into that. Like I hadn't given you my little Five of Pentacles spiel here. So I'm getting that the resources for you, I feel like your material realm, you're golden. Like you're fine. You're fine with career. You're fine with taking care of your needs. You're fine with all that stuff. So I feel like the resources that you need to access here are regarding the processing of your emotions, are regarding, you know, so it could look like learning about how to feel your feelings, learning about how to cope with loss and grief. Because, you know, maybe, dang, and for some of you, maybe there is also like, maybe this involved the loss of a loved one or something like that, or the loss of a loved one could have really shaken up how you see your future, you know. Like maybe, you know, for those of you that maybe you didn't quite lose like that home or like that thing, it's like the, dang, oh my god, why are the messages so heavy, Libra? Look, we're here to work through this, okay? We're here to process this. That we're here, you know, when I started this reading, I asked for the messages that were for the higher good of those who need, like, who were listening, the higher good of those around them, the higher good of the universe. So we are here for the messages for the higher good of, you know, whoever is here. So let's do this, okay? It's almost like I want to rank out. Like I want to press stop. I want to, and it's like, no, like we have to, like we're going to get through this, you know? You're going to get through this, you know? And you know, and I feel like I said we, because you do have support. There you go. Back to the resources. See? Messages, okay? There is support out there. I mean, this could look like actually talking to a counselor if you have access to that, seeking out, I mean, dang, I even heard like group therapy, but also like friends, you know. And I was going to talk about this at the beginning, totally derailed, but you know, messages, look, the messages are here because initially, you know, I was talking about, you know, some of y'all could be overindulging. You know, the Three of Cups showed up reverse, you know, like kind of trying to distract yourself, you know, by, you know, partying, I don't know, blah, 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 with, you know, fake, dang, I heard fake friends. Okay. It doesn't have to be fake friends, but, you know, just kind of like, you know, friends who maybe you can have some fun times with, but aren't really there to support you emotionally through whatever it is that you're going through. And I get the sense of like needing to maybe even narrow down your circles, or even just figure out like who is somebody that I can talk to, who is somebody that I can reach out to. Maybe it's just one friend, maybe it's one person, maybe it's, I'm not, you know, I'm not saying, oh, okay, I see it. Like for some of you, I get the sense that you are afraid of being a burden on others. And, you know, that's where, I'm going to throw this out there, that's where paying for those resources, like paying for a therapist or something like that, you know, can alleviate some of that feeling, because then it's like, okay, well, I'm paying, and, you know, then you can kind of help have that space and process it in that way, you know. And those of you for whom that resonates. And for others of you, I'm just going to say that the right people will be there to support you. You know, the right people will be open to you sharing your feelings, will want to have your back. So don't be afraid. And if they don't have your back, if people are saying, you know, hey, don't have the capacity for this, or I don't really want to hear this, or ignore you, or make fun of you, or whatever, right? Then those are the people that you're getting away from here. Okay. I do feel like there are, back to this, you know, there's like untapped resources that you haven't accessed, as far as, you know, accessing your emotions. Okay. For those of you that are not ready to open up to people, you can start by journaling, right? You can start by practicing, you know, like little practices of self-love, you know, validating yourself, you know, talking to yourself, listening to, look, I know a lot of people hate on like self-help stuff, but maybe like listening to self-help books or something, you know, like I said, right? Or didn't I say that at the very beginning, right? Like maybe reading about how to cope with grief or loss or something like that. Sorry. All right. Yeah. Libra. Goodness. All right. I'm going to go ahead and move on. See what else. What else is showing up for you, Libra? All right. I know. All right. Let's see. All right. I don't think, you know, it's funny. My instinct was like, are there no more messages for you here? But like the deck's not cooperating with me. Okay, let's see. What messages for the higher good of Libra? The highest good of Libra. Ugh. Sorry. My deck. You know what? Okay, you know what? I hope that you trust yourself. And I am going to trust myself. And I didn't feel like there were more messages. Like the deck was acting wonky. A whole, like, no. So yep, see, this deck has messages for you. I know it. All right. So just like, you know, trust yourself, trust your instincts, trust your intuitions, trust your, yeah, whatever's speaking to you. Like open yourself up to your heart. Okay. So this is little deck of self-care. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Yep. We're going to take one more. Okay. Wow. Okay. Look. I'm going to start with this. Okay. Eat blue. Okay. Eating some blue things. That could just be good for you. Okay. Blueberries, plums, butterfly pea tea, honey and lemon for your throat chakra. Okay. So look. Eat blue foods. Okay. Blue natural foods. All right. That could just be something that you need to do in your life right now. A little form of self-care. It could be a little bit of fun that you add to your nourishment. Okay. But I did intend this to align to your throat chakra. So speaking out, vocalizing, speaking your truth, saying what you're feeling. Okay. That could need your attention at this time. Bring balance to your throat chakra and speak what you need to. You also have talk over here. Is there somebody you can call? And, you know, I did talk about journaling earlier, you know, for those of you that are not ready to share, like, I do feel like talking it out could be so important, okay? But I also put, you know, like, do a voice memo, record yourself and listen to it later, you know, like that kind of thing, because I want to recognize that for some of us, it could be very difficult and we're not just ready right away, you know? So if there's someone you can talk to, great, but if not, you have options, okay? Practicing gratitude, okay? Regardless of, you know, where you're at and what you're feeling, you know, for whatever small it is that you feel, like, especially those of you that feel like you lost so much, like, and you know, I go back to the energy at the beginning, right? That, like, that full circle energy of, like, you seeing yourself as this Five of Pentacles when you're not, you know, and I feel like if you start making a list of the things that you have, you know, whether it's, you know, I have a bed to sleep in, or I had a meal today, or, you know, I still have my phone, I still have, you know, clothes on my back, you know, whatever it is, like, even starting small, or you know, or even smaller, you know, and then allowing that list to build, you know, start with 3 little things, you know, and then see how much you actually have left and everything that you have supporting you. And then you also have read or listen to a short story. Okay, so for some of you, maybe getting out of your just listening to different perspectives. Okay, it's kind of what I'm thinking, you know, like kind of maybe to get you out of your head, or maybe to help you learn about your situation. I go back to this, I was getting a lot of reading energy, right? Didn't I say, yeah, like read about, yeah, so maybe like reading those self-help books, reading those coping with grief. I keep saying gruff what the grief, loss, oh goodness golly. Okay, but yeah, yeah, look, you don't have to agree with everything that you read, okay? You could disagree. Guess what? Cool. You're still learning about yourself. You're still processing information, all right? So, yeah, look, I'm just going to leave it there, all right? Libra, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Best wishes on your healing journey, all right? You got this. You are strong. You're so much stronger than you are perceiving yourself to be at this moment. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, all right? Take care. All right. Whew, the energy is getting heavy. Peu courage, ne sais pas. Goodness golly. All right. All right. Hello, Scorpio. Scorpio sun, moon, rising, Venus, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome to your reading. We are starting with an energy check. So if this part of the reading resonates with you, then you know that you are at the right place. If it doesn't, please go ahead and check out a different placement. Woo! Page of Cups and Knight of Pentacles. I'm going to say I am really happy to be in this energy. Some of the past readings were really painful and a lot of emotion. And dang, okay, maybe some of you are coming from a lot of pain and having a lot of emotion and a lot of, you know, things happening, and now you're ready, okay? Because I love this. Okay, Page and Knight. There is progress, darling. You are, you know, over here you're refining your unrefined energy. Okay, the pages, they're a little bit all over the place. They're like, you know, I want to get going, but I'm here and I'm there and I don't know what I'm doing. And that could be you when it comes to love, when it comes to your feelings, your emotions, right? Starting to kind of like narrow things down. I feel like there's a lot of love that you want to share over here, that you want to vocalize and put out there. And now you're finally starting to do the work with the Knight of Pentacles, okay? The Knights are like, okay, let's get it done. Let's refine it. And I want to say that the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest Knight in the deck. So I love this because I feel like you are being very meticulous. You're being very careful. You're not allowing, how do I say this? Like, you're not rushing into things, but you're also not at a standstill, right? Like, you're in this good balance of charging forward fearlessly with the intention of creating something. Because the Knight of Pentacles, the reason it's so slow is because it's methodical, because it wants to arrive with something, right? It wants to say, let's make this real, let's do the groundwork. And that's where you seem to be at right now, which I am loving for you, Scorpio. But let's see what else is showing up your way. All right, let me do a little better shuffle here. All right, what wants Scorpio's attention right now? What wants Scorpio's attention right now? Sorry, I just saw the Page of Cups. I was like shuffling and I just saw the Page of Cups over here as well. So some of y'all are so ready. All right. Okay, let me do one last cut. There we go. Perfect. Oh my gosh, I love this. Because I was shuffling and I saw the Page of Cups, and then the Page of Cups came up, and then okay, sorry. Yes. Sorry, I got so excited for you. Look, I'm sorry. I'm just so happy because this is a complete, like, I was like, what is going on with the current energy? And I was starting to like question myself and doubt, like, I'm like, is it my energy? Is that where I'm at? Or like, what is going on? Because the last couple of readings were really heavy and I am feeling the thrill of this energy. So I can sense like there's some channeling happening here. Okay. And I am happy for you. Okay. I am so happy for you. Look, yes, I'm excited. Sorry that I brought myself into into your reading. Goodness golly. But yes, look, you're ready. You're so ready. Like some of y'all, like you don't know how to get started, but I feel like you are forcing, like, oh, okay, I hate this. I don't like the word force, but I feel like you're pushing past. Like you are like, I'm getting the sense of, you know what, like things might be hard, like things are, I have a lot on my shoulders. I'm seeing it because here's the thing, fives are very challenging energy, and I love seeing the reversal. To me, the reversal always indicates like this moving past the challenges, wanting to heal, wanting to resolve and address this, right? So I do see this, that you're over here, like you might feel like you have a lot on your shoulders, like you're taking care of a lot of things, but you're like, I'm not letting this stop me. I am going to figure out how I can handle all this and more. I feel like you're following your light, like you're deciding to heal, like you have made the choice. I feel like you're being very proactive, or you're being asked to be very proactive toward, I guess, your love life, because this is a singles love reading, right? So you're not allowing things to hold you back anymore, and that feels like a wonderful energy to be in, Scorpio. I'm just gonna keep going and see what is showing up for Scorpio right now. What else is showing up for Scorpio? So this is all like internal, like your feelings, and then we're getting into external. So what else is showing up? Come on, give Scorpio something good, because they deserve it. All right, yes, you have the Eight of Cups, you have the Page of Swords. All right, so look, I'm gonna say a couple of things. You could be encountering, there's a lot of, you have 3 pages. You have 3 pages and a knight here, all right? 4 of the 6 cards here are court cards, right? So a lot of people, okay? For some of you, you could even have options in dating. You could be considering different suitors, or you could be considering different paths, right? Like that kind of thing as well. You definitely, because you have the Eight of Cups showing up over here, okay? But with Page of Swords showing up reversed on this end, okay, I do see somebody wanting to communicate with you. I feel like there may be withholding a little bit right now. It could be an air sign, so that would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Does not have to be. All right, but I do get a little bit of an unrefined energy, okay? But like there's definitely options showing up for you here, okay? Now with the Eight of Cups, I'm gonna throw this out there. Somebody showing up could be somebody that you may have previously walked away from, okay? Does not have to be, all right? That's one aspect of the Eight of Cups that I'm sensing, okay? It does not have to be. And remember, right, like somebody from your past coming back, like you do not have to welcome it in, which is a great segue into what I was going to initially say about this card. With the Eight of Cups showing up here, I do feel like you're learning to trust yourself, learning to trust your instinct, okay? I feel like you're ready to charge toward something new and something different, right? Like do things differently. There you go. While really trusting your intuition, while really trusting the guidance of your feelings. I almost get the sense of like you're starting to pay attention to like your ego. I know ego has like a negative connotation. I don't think it's necessarily negative, but it's like you're learning to trust yourself, like how you show up, sorry, because I'm seeing, usually with the Eight of Cups is like the moon is guiding you and things like that, but it feels, or the way that I'm seeing this card right now, it feels like the sun is rising. So it's almost like a new version of yourself, right? Like the sun is your outside self. It's like you're rising, you're coming out, like you're coming out of your shell. Like a new version of you is truly going to guide you here into something that feels better. Like the Eight of Cups over here, they could have been great and they could have been so cool, and it could have been something that you really wanted at a point, but now you're saying, hey, you know what, like there's more, and you're trusting yourself, right? Like you're balancing that intuition, your inner feelings, with how you are showing up to the world. It's almost like you're bringing that out there, or you're allowing your sense of self to guide your feelings as well. So I don't know, like I feel like a really nice balance of your moon and your sun, your inner self and your outer self. Like I don't know, like I feel like you're learning to charge toward like things that feel good and better, period. I'm gonna leave it there, okay? You know, as far as this Page of Swords, you know, like I said, it could be a person. I kind of talked about that already, so I'm gonna leave it there. But as far as it relates to you, okay, there could still be something that you're learning, okay? Sorry, so when I see the pages reversed, or it's not pages, when I see swords, okay, like swords upright, communication, swords reversed, receiving information, okay? So that's the way that I read it. Not everybody has to read it that way. I'm just like throwing that out there. I don't know why we went on that side note. The point is there could be something that you're learning. I feel like you're being asked to be in a receptive energy as well, as far as how you're interacting with others. So this could be really getting to know people, you know, especially if you're kind of dating and putting yourself out there, like really listen to them, you know, wow. Okay. My throat closed up right when I was like really listening to them. It's like, you're not shutting yourself down, okay? You are not. It's not like you're not sharing yourself or expressing yourself, okay, or anything like that. Do not hear me. Okay, I'm gonna throw that out there. I don't know, maybe somebody needed that clarification. But you're also, I don't know, like I'm getting it as being really mindful of how people are sharing themselves for a couple of reasons. One, you could be like, I feel like you could be encountering one person that is really bad at sharing their thoughts and their feelings, you know, like for those of you that are dealing with one person, and there could be some miscommunication that you might need to be like keen on so that you can kind of understand them. And I'm gonna throw this out there, right? Like if communication styles don't match, that could be very significant. Like that could break a relationship, right? So like if your communication styles just cannot be aligned, you know what, honor that, trust yourself, you know, all that good stuff, okay? But for others of you, I also feel like it's more about just in general. For those of you that it's not about one person, it's like really listening to what people are saying, because it's going to tell you so much more about them, what they're looking for in relationships. I almost get like I get this very Scorpio spy. Sorry, and then I realized I was in a Scorpio reading, and I was like, of course I have this like spidey, like spidey sense where it's like you're almost psychoanalyzing the words that come out of their mouth, because you're like, oh yeah, this person is very, like, I don't know, like you might be like, this person's very self-involved, or oh, this person is just kind of saying this to get what they want, or oh, this person seems to be genuinely open to a new connection, or oh, this person seems like, you know, they're ready for fun and adventure, or oh, this person wants to commit, you know, whatever, right? So it's almost like you're in this really listening to what people are saying. Do not shush yourself, okay? But you know, I'm really hearing, you know, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we could listen twice as hard. So, you know, take it or leave it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, Scorpio. Okay, I feel like things are looking up for you. Best wishes with everything. All right, keep on being your awesome self here. All right. I feel like you're loving self. I feel like I don't know if you're entering like a new era. Like I said, you know, it's almost like a new version of you really rising up here, like the sun and stuff. And I feel like, I don't know, like you're just not afraid to share your love, and it's sweet and cute, and I don't know, I'm gonna bask in this energy for a second. All right, thank you for sharing your energy with me. Please leave me a like, a comment. Did this reading make sense? Did any of the messages resonate with you? I would absolutely love to hear from you. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye. All right. That was nice. It was a lot nicer than it was. Dang, why am I still stuck on some of that other energy? All right, let's move on to Sagittarius. I'm gonna go ahead and drink some water. Do a little cleanse. Alright, hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome to your reading. We are starting with an energy check, so if this part of the reading does not make sense to you, please go ahead and check out a different placement. All right, you have the Nine of Wands and the Page of Wands both showing up reversed here. Now, I'm going to say, with the Page of Wands, I get the sense, dang. Look, can I say this? I don't know. Sorry. I just heard some of you might be frustrated, like passion wise, or feeling like you're lacking some passion in your life. Okay. And something I'm going to say about that is, well, how are your boundaries? Okay, because the Nine of Wands can set a lot of boundaries that can push a lot of people out. So if you're trying to welcome in some passion and ignite some fun stuff, be mindful that you're not pushing it away. Goodness golly, that felt like a tangential message here, but it just popped out, okay, or pop like it just look. Wow, Sagittarius. Let's move on, okay? Now, like I said, did I say it? Did I even say, current energy? If it's not your energy, please check a different placement, okay? Look, some of y'all do seem to be ready, right? Or not ready, like you want to kind of charge forward. You could be looking for some excitement in your life. You could be wanting to put yourself out there, but your boundaries need some serious checking. Okay, the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior card. Okay, they've been hurt, they've gone through some rough stuff, they've learned how to fend for themselves. Okay, they keep charging forward, they don't give up. Now here's the thing about the Nine of Wands. And the reversal to me here is, really saying to check in with yourself about the boundaries that you're setting, because some of you are pushing out the right people and are being way, way, way too closed off. Okay. Now that is the primary message that I'm getting. But for others, maybe for a couple of you, or like, I don't know, somebody out there, all right, it could be the opposite, that your boundaries need some checking because you've maybe allowed people to take too much from you. So maybe you need to, raise your boundaries a bit to avoid that hurt feeling. Now, it's going to vary by person. For some of you, it could actually be both, right? It's like, you know what? I've been hurt. I need to raise some boundaries, but I need to lower others. I need to build a gate somewhere in here, right? To make sure I can let people in when I want to, right? So really checking on yourself about that energy. So let's see what else is showing up for you. What wants your attention right now? What wants Sagittarius attention right now? We are starting with like your internal side over here, the Chariot, goodness golly, and the Hierophant. Cancer, Taurus energy showing up here in case that is significant for any of you. Just gonna throw that out there. Wow. I don't know why I'm really seeing it as people. It could be people. It doesn't have to be at all. Okay, like I'll get into the energies here. All right. But I'm gonna go on the side note first and then kind of leave it where it is. For those of you that it is people, I feel like there's somebody, it's almost like they're just kind of sitting, waiting for you to do something. But I'm not necessarily getting it in like a positive way. I almost get it as somebody that has maybe like put too much on your plate, like expected you to do all the work. Okay, now this is a singles reading, all right, so I don't want to focus in too much on this energy, and this is also intended to be like your space. Okay, I see. For some of you, look, I'm just gonna throw this out there because the Chariot and the Hierophant are beautiful energies. Okay, with the Chariot is like charging towards success, really seeking out this balance, is beautiful potential over here. The Hierophant could even denote marriage and things looking great and all that stuff, right? I want to note, first of all, they showed up reversed. Okay. So that tells me that there's a lot that needs to be worked through here. And we'll get into that in just a second. And also, it showed up in your inner like self. So a side message that I'm getting is like, for some of you, you are letting one person or two people or something kind of take too much of you. Like they're invading all your time, all your you time that, oh goodness. Whew. Sorry, I felt like I was gonna sneeze in this, and then I didn't. Look, oh goodness, all the side messages, all the channeling, goodness. Look, I'm gonna say, for some of you, I almost get the sense that this person wants to communicate with you, but they keep holding back for some reason. I don't know that reason. We'll ask about it in a second, see if they show up on this side again. But once again, I go back to this. It's almost like you needing to detach yourself a little bit from this energy, or like not allowing it to take over. I feel like it's taking over. Oh, and then we get into your messages. Okay, it's taking over your routines. It's taking over your day to day. Like you're having a hard time balancing what you're doing it's like these people or this person you're allowing, and this could be somebody from the past. It could even be somebody that you're not even in contact with. Like I don't know the whole story. I'm not gonna get into that. But you're allowing them. See, it's like I keep trying to move away from them, and then they keep coming back. It's like you're allowing this person or these people to take over your day-to-day, to get in the way of things that you need to be taking care of for yourself. The Hierophant wants you to pay attention to your routines, to pay attention to what you're doing to be established, to like what are you working on for you, the Chariot as well. The Chariot has, it's like you're on this journey over here, and I almost feel like you're allowing these people to keep you from embarking on your own journey. Some of y'all is like you could be waiting. I'm just gonna throw this out there. It's almost like you're waiting for this person to step up and say, let's go on this journey together. But the thing is that like you can't live your life like that, right? Otherwise you're going to be at this standstill. There's no movement with the Chariot card moving, like being reversed. Like you have to decide that you are going to charge forward for yourself. And then if your person wants to catch up, or this person that you're thinking about, great. You know what, like you even gave them a head start, right? But I get this just feeling of not waiting around for anybody, or just waiting for this person, like dang, sorry, you know what, I'm gonna say, like, if this is not your story, check your other placements, because these people just keep coming back. Okay, and I keep wanting to go back to like just your you energy. I mean, for those of you that is not a person, I mean, it could just be I don't know, like the idea you know what, I'm not even gonna derail. If it's not your story, check your other placements, because this is just like, this message is just like strong. Okay, look, you're letting this person or these people like sorry, I just heard like they're cramping your style. Okay, they're not letting you be the best you. Like I said, I almost get like, oh, okay, I hate this because I don't want to give any false hope or anything, but I get the sense that, if you are working on strengthening yourself, like your routine is taking care of your needs, if you are, I also get this need for you to get in touch with your spiritual self. There's something about bringing your spirituality into your everyday life, like maybe bringing a spiritual practice into your everyday or something like that. Okay, that's for some of you. It doesn't have to be for everybody. But if you continue like on your own journey, if you decide to charge forward, just take care of you, take care of what your goals are, continue to work toward you. There is this potential of this person joining you. Like there is this, charging forward energy for sure. But I want to emphasize this, not waiting for them to get it together, because you don't know how long it's going to take, and you don't want to hinder your journey for the sake of somebody else, because then that's even like that's delaying any potential of your journey together anyway, right? Like you're just going to be at a standstill. So yeah, like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it there, okay, Sagittarius, and I'm gonna move on to the next part of the reading. I hope that made sense. I hope that resonated. But let's see what else is showing up for Sagittarius. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, you have the Knight of Discs. Yeah, okay, and the Four of Wands. Look, I'm gonna say, it is possible that, so this is another Taurus card. Remember that I said I'm gonna wait to see if they show up, and your person showed up here again. So whatever's on your mind, they are showing up here. Like I said, this was supposed to be for singles, Sagittarius. Goodness golly. Look, they're showing up here, but very slowly, so slowly. The Knight of Discs is already the slowest knight in the deck, and they I even see like they're charging forward, they're coming your way, they want to kind of meet you over here, but they're like so slow, and I almost feel like they're coming and they're going, they're in and they're out. There seems to be like a disconnect, something that's just keeping you from having this union. It's weird, like I almost see it as, oh, okay, I see. Wow, because look, you could have such beautiful energy. Like the cards in here are great, right? The Chariot, the Hierophant, the Knight of Discs, the Four of Wands. Look at how beautiful this can be, right? The Four of Wands is that spiritual union, and I feel like sometimes you have that. Sometimes you have this like higher connection, like you feel like one way or person, like I feel like they're very passionate about you and you're very passionate about them, and it could be so wonderful and great, like a true union here with the Four of Wands and the Hierophant, right? Like something that you could cement, that you could ground. You see that, but you're being asked not to get caught up in something that isn't happening right now, because I feel like you're kind of stuck on the what could be. But it's like, what is, you need to pay attention to the what is, like what is actually being done. And I feel like it starts with you. I'm going to leave these here because like I feel like it starts with you taking care of you doing you outside of this person. Like you're just letting this person I feel like they're holding you back. I'm sorry, Sagittarius. I really wish I had something nicer to say about them. I'm gonna say, for some of them, like they could still be healing from like a connection, like a big connection in their life, something that didn't work out. The Four of Wands came out reversed, so I feel like they're still processing this hurt, and it has nothing to do with you, right? I do get the sense that you inspire them and they like you and they want to charge toward you, but they're just not doing it because they got to take care of themselves too. It's like both of you need to take care of each other, like your respective selves, if you ever want to come together into this union. And I'm really I'm sorry, I'm not really mad at you, okay? Like I hope that whoever is here is getting the messages that they deserve. Sorry, I was gonna say I'm mad at you because it was supposed to be for singles, but like, you know what, I guess maybe you are like singles, somewhere in the middle kind of energy. I'm not actually mad, okay? I'm really grateful for you and I'm grateful for your energy, all right? But I get it. I think I see. I think I'm not mad, but like I think the frustration comes from like you yourself. Maybe you even recognize that is like, I'm supposed to be strengthening myself, I'm supposed to be single, and I'm supposed to be like a strong version of myself, and I'm letting this person, I think like you're starting to see how this person is kind of taking over your day to day. And look, I'm just gonna say, if you're not, look, I'm not telling you to let go, I'm not telling you how to live your life, I'm not telling you, right, like this person's like, I'm just telling you, continue to do you, right? This person will catch up, or you will move past them where you can even no longer see them, like that's what I'm going to say about that. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Sagittarius. I hope there were messages here for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Your likes, comments, subscribes are greatly appreciated and are a great way to let me know if you'd like to see more readings and if the readings are making sense to you. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, we are going to move on to Capricorn. Oh, no, we're not. We need to take a minor detour because my phone is about to die. Or not my phone, my camera. All right, cool. Capricorn, we will be back shortly. Hello, Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Welcome to your singles love reading. I am going to tell you right now that I'm going to start by taking you on a detour. So go ahead and look at the timestamps in case you're not interested in this detour of messages, because I'm kind of bringing a little bit of me into your reading. All right. Now, I'm just going to say distractions. delays. It's been days since I started this reading. The camera died before I got to Capricorn, so I had to put it aside for a while, and then I just had a lot of difficulties coming back to this reading, and I was really thinking about what that could mean for some of you here. And because I couldn't leave, I was like, I just wanted to go back to the Capricorn reading so bad, but life was calling, right? Very real responsibilities were calling to me. And something that I got from that was, some of you might be desiring, right, to charge forward. You see this here with the Chariot card showing up for you here. You could be wanting to charge toward a new connection. For some of you, I don't know why I'm getting it, but for some of you, you could have somebody on your mind over here. But this is for singles, right? So I'm going to focus on you. And there could just be a lot of things on your plate, a lot of things that you need to take care of. For a lot of you, I'm just going to say it, it could be work, okay? Like just a lot of demands from work over here. And, I just, with the Chariot and the Nine of Pentacles showing up here, wow, I'm getting so many messages, all right? And I see why it took us so long to get here, because some of you have been like on hiatus. You have been putting your love life to the side. You have been trying to take care of so many things, and I get that you want to, but it's like all of these reasons that you are using as an excuse. Well, okay, I guess that's the thing. All of these reasons that you're telling yourself that this is why you're not ready to look for a relationship, or this is why you're not ready to put yourself out there or to share your feelings with a person or something like that, are excuses. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting. And here's the thing. If you really feel like this is the time for me to focus on my career, this is the time, well, I have these responsibilities and I don't have time for love, and that's where you feel you are at, then great. Like, do what's good for you, okay? That's this Nine of Pentacles over here, who takes care of her business and does what she needs to do to reap in the harvest. But I'm getting the sense that, like, if you wanted to, I feel like deep down, you do want to look for love. You do want to create this space, but there's almost like this sense of deep down, you don't believe that you are ready for it. And that's why you're using all of these excuses. That's why you're using your responsibilities and your this and that. Like, I'm not saying that the responsibilities aren't real. I feel like they are, right? But that's where doing things like setting boundaries and saying, well, I'm going to leave work at work and I'm going to go on a date, or I'm going to open up the app or whatever, right? Like, if you wanted to focus on that and direct your energy toward that, you're a Capricorn. You could do it, right? You can handle all of these things, right? So for some of you, like, I'm going to go back to this. It's almost like this subconscious. I don't think that you're fully recognizing this, that you feel like maybe you're not worthy of receiving the love that you desire. Like, for some of you, I get the sense that you feel like you do not have enough. The Nine of Pentacles is a wonderful level up card, but it's not the end all. The Nine of Pentacles has worked so hard. It's very independent. They get to reap in everything that they've sown, and it's beautiful. And I feel like you've been doing so well at taking care of yourself, taking care of your needs. I'm going to throw this out there, for some of you, like, it's possible that maybe you're not where you want to be materially, right? Like, maybe you're like, I want to have more money. I want to have more for myself. I want to really be able to, take care of myself before I put myself out there. And then that's something that you're kind of working through, and that's fair, right? But make sure that you're not using it as an excuse, because you still have level ups coming, like where you are and what you have is enough if you are ready. If you're not ready, then there's obviously a lot of things that you need to work through with yourself about why you're not ready. Why are you afraid? What are you afraid of with the charging forward? Why do you feel like what you have is not enough, right? But for some of you, it's just like this need to stop and recognize everything that you have worked for, whether it's your material stability, right? And being able to take care of yourself where you are at, or whether it's, emotional lessons, relationship lessons, or, whatever it is. And I'm really getting a strong sense of knowing your worth and what you're worthy of in a relationship. Okay, like that you deserve to be treated the way that you want to be treated, that you actually deserve somebody who's gonna meet you, somebody who's gonna build with you, right? Like, because I'm getting like this energy of like, I don't know, like maybe you've been taking care of others, maybe, or maybe you have, for some of you it could be that you have been taken care of and now you're trying to prove that you can do it by yourself. It could be either or, right? But like just the sense of you not seeing your worth, and it's like this energy of settling. I almost feel like in the past you have been settling for less than you deserve because you're not seeing how much you actually deserve and how much you are worthy of. The Chariot over here it's a Cancer energy, which is the opposite of Capricorn, which is really making me think that you are working with an energy that's completely opposing you, wherever it is that you are at. It's this call to reconcile. Like you've been, how do I say this, is like you've been trying to see the other side of the coin, right? So wherever it is that you are at, it's like you're learning so much about yourself, but it's making it difficult. Okay, like I'm gonna throw this out there, just with this Chariot energy and the reversal, I'm really seeing it as, for a lot of you, it could be having difficulties around opening up emotionally, accessing the softer parts of you. It could be even accessing, the desire for a home, the desire to have this stability, the desire to be nurturing, right? Like for some of you, it's, I don't know how to, like, it's like for some of you, it could be that you're craving that nurture, like you want somebody to be nurturing toward you. And for some of you, it's about finding it within yourself and then being that nurturing. I don't know, but I feel like this, like you're reconciling two parts of yourself, and one of these parts just feels like a stranger. Like parts of you, it's like you're getting to know parts of you that you didn't know you had within, but they're here, they're showing up, and it is causing you to be at a little bit of a standstill in your love life right now. But here's the thing, once you're doing this work, and here's the thing, it's not like you're ever going to be done doing the work, right? But once you decide that you want to charge forward, once you decide that you're going to take some risks, take some chances, choose to go on this rocky road of healing, right? Look at how beautiful this energy is, right? It's for you, with the Chariot, it's a sense of completion, right? A more wholesome, unified part of you. The Nine of Pentacles, really seeing your worth and honoring where you are at, knowing that you are wonderful as you are where you are, and that you can always continue to build, you can always continue to charge forward, but where you are is enough. And it's, this path to victory, which is what the Chariot energy is. It's a path to success. Is it an easy path? Absolutely not. Do you have to work through a lot of feelings? Most likely, yes. But you have to decide that you want to do the work. But look, let's get into the rest of the tarot. I'm going to keep them reversed because that is how they decided to show up. But let's see what else wants your attention at this moment, Capricorn. Goodness golly. All right. All right, you have the Moon card, yep, showing up reversed, and the Magician showing up reversed. Look, something that wants your attention right now is this getting in touch with your feelings. The Moon reversed and your innermost is telling me that there are feelings that you are hiding from yourself. You are not allowing yourself to be even real. It's like, I'm just getting like I didn't even want that anyway, right? I don't really need that. I don't like, like maybe I don't really need somebody that's nurturing, or I don't really need somebody that's mushy, or mushy is gross, right? But then deep down you really want mushy, but you're not even allowing it's like you've convinced yourself that being mushy is bad. I don't know why I'm getting that example, okay? And this is just an example, okay? I'm not saying that that's how you feel, right? But Sorry, and the word mushy is weird. Anyway, that's not the point. See, oh, don't deflect, okay? Don't deflect, Capricorn. No, but really, right? It's like this need for you to be okay with that, or start uncovering those truths. Like, which of these things that you're telling you? Oh goodness, sorry. I just saw a hummingbird. I'm gonna tell you. Some of you, your ancestors are trying to get in touch with you. You do not have to take that message, but I sorry, there's like a hummingbird right in front of my window right here and at your reading. So your messages, your ancestors could have messages for you. You know, keep an eye out, keep an ear out. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Okay, you don't have to take that part. I got totally distracted. It was just wow. You know, I'm gonna say some of y'all need to look up. Like, get your get your head out of the get your head out of the hole. Like, look, but like, lift your eyes up. Look at the world around you. Okay, look at options. Look at, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Get out into nature for some of you out there too. Okay. But look, feelings. See, it's like you see so many. Oh, goodness, golly. Like, Capricorn, like so many distractions. You keep distracting yourself. Like, you keep, I feel like you're just resisting. There's resistance to accessing all of this information and getting real with yourself about what was imposed on you, right? Like, maybe you were always told, like, oh, you need a partner that's like this, and so you're like, I need a partner that's like this, and then, you know, now you're over here looking for a partner, you know, that you were told, you know, your partner should be like this, and you're looking for that partner, but it's just hasn't been a good fit because it's not real to your actual needs. So what are your actual needs? You know, which of those things, you know, like, if you were told, I'm going to go back to the mushy example, right? If you are thinking, you know, oh, I don't want somebody that mushy, is that how you actually genuinely feel? Or is that just, you know, some persona or a part of you that's like, well, I was told I needed somebody that was, you know, direct, and, you know, that their actions, you know, speak louder than their, you know, like, their words or whatever, right? Like, I don't know, right? Like, that's the example. But for you, it could be something completely different, okay? I'm just saying, ask yourself those questions, okay? You know, the magician, I feel like something that you're being asked to address that wants your attention is how you're communicating, how you're managing circumstances. You know, the magician has all the resources that they need to charge forward to create what they want to manifest. But here you are, reversal of the magician, indicating misusing your resources, not seeing what you have access to. For some of you, I'm going to say, you could be trying to manipulate situations to your advantage and end up being harmful, you know. And I'm not saying that you're intentionally trying to hurt people out there. You know, this could be from this, you know, self-preservation mode, trying to take care of your needs, trying to protect your feelings over here. But the magician reverse is always a, you know, it's a bit of a like an icky vibe, because it's like, you know, they're going to say what they need to say to get what they want, right? Or they're going to try to control people's feelings, and they're going to try to, I don't know, like, just use things to their advantage, but not in a way that's wholesome, that's fruitful, that's truly authentic and feels good and creates good, you know. But can you have that? Absolutely. You have this access, you have this resource. You know, for some of you, I think it goes back to this feelings of, like, how do you value yourself? Do you see yourself as worthy? Because if you see yourself as worthy and you're like, yes, what I have is enough, you're going to realize that, yes, you're still like manipulating in the sense that you're controlling situations, that you're in charge, that you can take care of business, but it doesn't have to be at the expense of others. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let's move on. What else is coming for you, Capricorn? I'm gonna say, you know, yeah, like, I do feel like you're getting some specific and heavy messages here, and like I said, it took me so long to be able to even just sit down. You know, I tried to sit down, and I kept getting distracted, I kept getting derailed, calling to work, just like so many things to take care of. And I'm just gonna say that I feel like for some of you, you've been avoiding doing the real work within you, like the real healing, right? For yourself, not for anybody else, not for a relationship, but for you. Yeah, let's see what else is showing up. What else needs your attention here? You have the King of Cups showing up reversed and the Hanged One. All right, so this is internal. This is all about you, and then this is what's showing up your way. Let for a lot of you, and I was getting this. Did I mention that? Like, I was getting like an energy. I feel like you could have somebody on your mind, even if you're single. Like, there could be somebody that you're dealing with that I'm getting you want to charge toward, but I don't get that this person makes you feel that great about yourself. It could be that when they're loving, they're very loving and they come and woo you and make you feel great, but then they withhold their emotion. You know, they go into hanged one mode and go into isolation or just kind of cut you off or something. And I'm going to say, I do get the sense that there is somebody here going to show up. You know, I feel like they're going to be coming, but I don't know how much they're actually going to be offering with the King of Cups reversed. I feel like they're going to come your way, but then continue to kind of be emotionally withholding. You know, at the best, this person has had some sort of enlightenment about the situation. I do feel like they're still, you know, this is best case scenario. This person has learned something about this connection, you know, and they're coming forward to share this, but they're still prioritizing their needs. You know, they're still worried about taking care of themselves. So they could have learned something about you. They could have, you know, uncovered some feelings. For some of you, it's like this person had to let go of something in order to be able to charge toward you. But like, they're prioritizing themselves, and that's also what you should be doing, you know. And here's the thing though, right? Like, it needs to be done at a balance where if you're both prioritizing yourselves, but then you're not communicating, you're both manipulating each other, you're not really giving each other what you deserve, then what are you even doing, right? Whereas you can be prioritizing yourselves but still be willing to compromise on certain things, you know, like still be right, like, well, I'm not going, I guess, oh, okay, here it is. If you're dealing with somebody, okay, if somebody's coming your way, and here's the thing, for some of you, this person could not be in your energy yet. It could be that you're encountering somebody like this. It could be a Pisces. It could definitely be a Pisces, because the King of Cups is Pisces and the Hanged One is Pisces, all right? Yeah, this is going to be somebody who's going to be very unclear, very, I'm getting, you know, okay, sorry, I just heard rendezvous at the club at 2 sort of situation. I don't know, like somebody who you meet in the middle of the night, somebody who like is leaving you in the dark almost, right? Like a lot is unclear about this connection. So it could be, you know, that's a little bit of what's causing, like, I feel like that's a thing, you know, it's because of the lack of clarity, it turns back to you and becomes this, it's like it perpetuates your lack of self-worth, right? Because this person's not showing you what you're worthy of. So I mean, you get to decide how you interact with this, but you know, in the spirit of hope, you know, dang, sorry, it's like heard hope is a dangerous thing, you know, but sorry, for a woman with my past, what is that? Oh, Lana, I said Lana season. Yeah, we're about to enter Cancer. How Lana season is nice. Anyway, look, with the Hanged One here, if this is going to be fruitful, can it be fruitful? Absolutely. But feelings need to be uncovered. Both of you need to honor your respective needs, and you need to figure out if you're in alignment, right? If them taking care of themselves and you taking care of you, if you can continue to do that while taking care of each other, right? Are you actually aligned in what you're looking for? Bring things to the light. I feel like you can't keep hiding these feelings, whether it's from yourself or from your person. And for a lot of you, like, there is something that you need to let go of. Something will be sacrificed in order to make these connections work. And you know, what's sacrificed can vary, right? It can be an idea, it could be another person, it could be, well, if I'm going to be with this person, or if I'm going to charge toward, you know, it could be sacrificing your lack of self-worth. And it's like, well, if this is going to work out, I need to give up like my mopiness, my broodiness. I need to, right? Because it's, so this need to let go of something, okay? Yeah, Capricorn, goodness golly. I'm going to say, I'm going to leave it there, all right? A lot of heaviness, a lot of, yeah, just a lot of deep work that needs to happen within you at this time, okay? Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. Please feel free to let me know if you'd like to see more readings like this. Please subscribe. That's the best way to let me know. Your likes, comments, shares are truly appreciated. Take care of yourself. Remember, you are wonderful as you are where you are, and there's always room for improvement. So yeah, all right, Capricorn, thank you. All right. Okay, we are going to move on to Aquarius. All right, hello, Aquarius, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome to your reading. We are starting with an energy check, so if this part of the reading does not resonate with you, wow, please go ahead and check out your different placements. Woo! All right, look, you have the Five of Cups showing up here, which is a card of this despair, a card of sadness, a card of, loss and grief, and something's been lost, I'm going to say, in a lot of the imagery of the Five of Cups, you usually have like three, there's the five, indications of the cups, and three are either spilled or broken or whatever, and then you have two cups left, but here it's the two eggs that are cracked, that are broken. So why am I sorry? Oh, okay, yeah, look, so for some of you, well, yeah, this is a love reading, okay, that makes sense. It's like, look, I feel like you're coming from broken relationships, Two of Cups that didn't pan out, lack of balance in connections, things that left you feeling depleted. But these relationships that didn't work out actually left you with so much more than you are recognizing. For some of you, it's possible that you just need to be in this space of grief at the moment, right? Processing your emotions, really even taking a step back to assess what you have left, what it was that you learned, and what you have left could be, it can vary, like it could be emotional wisdom, right? Like I learned more about myself. I learned more about my value, like you could have been left with a broken heart, but a great sense of who you are becoming, right? Learning how to stand up for yourself, or like, oh, you know what? Now I can take care of my needs, or, oh, you know what? I still have blank, insert it. I feel like there's this need to check in with yourself. For some of you, it could be like practicing gratitude. And I know that practicing gratitude amidst pain is difficult, but start with something small, start with the tiniest thing that you are grateful for, and then watch that grow, and if it doesn't, fine, come back and yell at me, but that's usually how it happens. When we start with something small, we start seeing all those bigger things that, we can also be grateful for. And I want to say, don't be afraid. I feel like some of the biggest misconceptions that I hear around gratitude are that it's like, oh, well, I'm grateful for this and then I'm going to stagnate. And it's like, no. When we show our gratitude, we create space for more. We tell the universe, hey, you know what? I am ready to welcome in more. For you, this 10 of Cups, right? Happy union. It could be that you are desiring this. It's like, I almost see it as, right, like you're over here still kind of processing what's happening, but you're looking ahead at this potential 10 of Cups, and this 10 of Cups can be there for you, right? But you kind of have to take a couple of steps back and start again. For some of you, sorry, here to start again, but start slow is what I was going to say, right? Like you're not rushing into the 10 of Cups. For a lot of you, it's about really opening yourself up to this 10 of Cups by thinking about what you have and what it is that you want to create, because as we are become grateful for what we have. And, sorry, I keep going back to this example, but for example, let's say that you're saying, well, you know what, I'm grateful that I am learning how to value myself, right? Then you are telling the universe that you are ready to welcome in somebody who is valuing you. And then when people come into your life, you're valuing yourself, and then they're valuing you back. And then you can have this beautiful connection. You know what I mean? So, yeah, gratitude is something that I'm getting here. Okay. This potential, this hope, there is, like I said, it's almost like this need to sit with this sadness for a bit, but allow it to tell you what it is that you are striving for over here and what it is that you ultimately want to create. So let's see, we're going to go ahead and get into the rest of the tarot. What else wants Aquarius's attention right now? What wants Aquarius's attention right now? All right, you have the Five of Discs, more fives. Fives are very challenging energy. And the Four of Discs. Okay, look. 5 to 4 steps back. Okay, some of y'all are trying to rush into your 10 of Cups when you're not quite there yet. There's a lot that you need to assess, okay? Also, for a lot of you, okay, a couple of things here, okay? Look, the Five of Discs is, I used to call it my down and out card, but it's also a card of learning how to handle situations. It's a card of figuring out what the resources are, figuring out with the Four of Discs, there's something that you need to let go of, right? It's like you can walk in through this door, you can start this journey toward your 10 of Cups, but first of all, you're going to have to let go of something that's holding you back. The key's right there, but what is it, right? What is it that's holding you back? For some of you, it could be feelings. For some of you, it could be straightening out your material realm, so this could be like strengthening your strengthening maybe like your self-sustainability. So this could be like your career, your home life, your health, like taking care of those needs within yourself, and the Five of Discs, I feel like once again, I sense this heaviness, but there are resources out there, okay? Figure out, is it people? Is it I don't know why I heard companies, but is it people? Is it corporate? Like, I don't know, like I'm getting like community. There you go. Community. Is it like, I don't know, like there's access. Okay, like, sorry, I'm just getting this weird message of like, like food banks and support. Like some of y'all, it could be like, I need support with, rent, or I need support with food access or whatever. And it's like, hey, there's things out there if you ask, or it could be even just emotional support and you're asking for your friends to support you. And that's, it's okay to be there right now, Aquarius, And for those of you that are feeling like, well, my friends don't even want to talk and, whatever, it's like, well, then what is that telling you about your friends, and, or maybe you need a different kind of friend, or, maybe you need to talk to a therapist or a counselor, sorry, I don't know why I'm throwing that out there, but resources. Okay, there you go. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's like just resources are out there. And also, I'm going to say, I feel like for a lot of you, one of the things that you might need to let go is the fear of asking for support, the fear of charging forward, like the fear of, I don't know, like taking ownership of your journey here. So let's see what else is showing up for you, Aquarius. All right, what else is showing up for Aquarius? What wants Aquarius's attention right now? Yeah, Seven of Swords, goodness golly, and Nine of Cups. Look, this, oh goodness, yeah. This is all about you, like, this is intended to be like your internal energy, your innermost, and then what's outside of you, like outside circumstances. You have the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Cups, and for a lot of you, the Seven of Swords, it's a sneaking energy. It's manipulations, is, not feeling great about things, but it's also about being strategic, So I feel like something that wants your attention is you getting into your, the logical mindset, like you coming up with a game plan for yourself, you figuring out, what the next steps that you are going to take toward this this strengthening of your inner self. Like, what is that going to look like? Because the Nine of Cups, this is about you, like you finding that fulfillment within yourself outside before you get to the Ten of Cups, right? 9 to 10, that's great, but it's like a step back, because you need to strengthen yourself and make yourself happy before you can share enough of yourself to create this Ten of Cups, and before anybody can come in, because people can come in, and if you're not ready to welcome it, if you're not feeling strong, you're going to miss these opportunities because you're not feeling worthy of receiving it. So before you can charge toward this Ten of Cups, there's this need to find this joy within yourself. For a lot of you, it's creating space for fun, having some good times, chilling. Like, sorry, I just heard my alarm in the background. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm going to wrap up this reading. Not wrap up this reading before I address that, okay? Look, just some of y'all could have communication coming in. I'm going to say, if you get an invite out, if you get to, look, you know what I'm going to tell you? This alarm is for my therapy session, my counseling session that's coming up. So I believe I talked about that earlier, and I was like, why am I even going into this? I didn't realize how much time had passed in this reading and that I forgot about it. And anyway, I'm just going to say some of y'all could benefit from like a counseling session, a therapy session, something like that. If it's something that you have access to, maybe look into it. Okay. I'm just going to throw that out there. All right. But yes. Okay. You are finding what makes you happy, finding your joy within yourself outside of anybody. Okay. Some of y'all are really needing, I'm going to say like something that you really need to release is people who might have been manipulative with you, people who might have mistreated you, who might have cheated or lied or, been sneaky around you. So whether this is releasing the person themselves or releasing the harm that they did, it's like, I know it's hard, right? And sometimes we carry that with us, like the cheating that may have happened a long time ago, or lying or manipulation that may have happened a long time ago. Like, it can go on with us and it can show up in new relationships when we least expect it, right? But I feel like as you work on strengthening yourself, you'll learn to recognize when those shadows show up. And it's, I'm getting a Morris and like letting go of that energy, in the sense that, for some of you, yes, it's letting go of a person who's trying to manipulate you. And for others of you, it's just letting go of, like, learn your lessons, but releasing the hurt. You know what I mean? Okay, maybe this taught me to be, more logical. Maybe this taught me to be more clear. Maybe this taught me how to be, more strong within myself, or whatever. Like, doing that sort of work. And it's not like you're, like that's going to help you like heal 100% automatically, right? But this reminder of how strong you can be outside of anybody who might be trying to control you. Sorry, I'm gonna wrap this up because I feel like the messages are getting muddied. I hope that there were messages for you in this reading, and I'm gonna wrap up with mantra arcana card here. Let's see. What mantra would benefit Aquarius at this moment? Can we get a mantra for Aquarius, please? You got two. Look, yep, there is no growth. There is no growth without discomfort, and one step at a time. I want to say you have 134, so either 134 could mean something, but I'm also thinking 3 and 1 is 4, and 4 and 4, and 4 is about stability. Finding that stability within yourself. I feel like becoming stable within you is something that's really calling to your attention. There is no growth without discomfort. Okay, remind yourself that if you're trying to grow, if you're trying to heal, sometimes that means sitting in this energy of feeling down and out, feeling a little bit in despair, but it's actually telling you so much more about what you want and causing you to grow. And remind yourself that things don't happen overnight, okay? Take things one step at a time, I don't know, I feel I need to say, setbacks exist and happen, and that doesn't mean anything bad. You get up, you try again. one step at a time. All right, Aquarius, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. But thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. Wishing you well. Thank you. And I hope to see you again sometime. Hello, hello, Pisces, Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome to your singles love reading. We are starting with an energy check. So if this part of the reading does not resonate with you, please go ahead and check out your different placements. Also, kind of a side note, but I want to say that if you have any Capricorn placements, go ahead and check out that reading. You don't have to, right? But maybe for some of you, there's messages for you in that Capricorn reading. Why am I saying that? Well, delays. Like, it took me forever to be able to get down and sit with the Capricorn reading and get it started. And then I had more interruptions right before you. And I don't know, it felt a little bit of that same energy was surrounding your readings. And yeah, I'm just gonna throw that out there in case, just in case. But yeah, wow. I'm gonna say for some of you, you could be, at a little bit of a standstill. You could have all these delays. You could have a lot of communication coming in from everywhere, just messages. Some of y'all are wanting to talk things out with the Knight of Swords. There could be something that you're getting ready to share, either with somebody, maybe you have somebody on your mind, or it could be that you're getting ready to share yourself with others, put yourself out there. But I get that you've been learning a lot. I'm getting these sleepless nights, these anxiety ridden thoughts over here that are keeping you from fully charging forward. But I feel like you're very, very close to wrapping up some sort of cycle. I get the sense that you've been working through some of your fears, some of your anxieties, all of those things that maybe have been in the back of your mind, kind of plaguing you and keeping you from charging forward. I'm seeing it as you're getting ready to face them. You're getting ready to face your fears head on, whether this is, opening that app and starting to date, or going out and talking to someone, or reaching out to somebody that's not, well, look, this is intended to be a singles reading, but I'm getting the message that for some of you, there's a person on your mind, all right? It does not have to be. But it's like you're finding that strength within you, and here's the thing, I feel like this is very like you're strengthening your mind, your thoughts. It could be that you're being kinder to yourself, that you're looking at this as a learning opportunity. I'm almost getting it as you finding that confidence within yourself to say, whatever happens, but I'm going to do this because I'm going to get something out of this anyway, right? I'm going to learn something anyway. So let's see what else, what wants your attention right now, Pisces, all right? Let's see. Okay, if that resonated with you, let's get into the rest of this. Yep, you have the Five of Cups showing up here and the Nine of Discs reversed. Look, I'm going to reiterate, like the Capricorn reading maybe having something. They had the Nine of Discs, not here, but here, but I don't know, just nines energies, close to closing out cycles. I'm going to say, okay, moving on, just in case the Capricorn thing was, relevant to some of you. But you're close to closing out some cycles. The reversal of the nines right now, I'm going to say, I do get the sense that you are feeling a little bit destabilized. Some of y'all have been in a little bit of a wallowing, mopey energy, kind of sitting with your feelings. And I am very much wondering if, you're doing this by choice. Look, sometimes we need to sit with our feelings. We need to process the hurt. We need to allow those feelings to speak to us and tell us, what you're craving, what you need, what you're desiring. And that's great. But I have this sense of you've been doing this for way too long. The Nine of Swords showing up here is like those sleepless nights, the just being caught up in your despair. But I feel like with the reversal of the nines, like you're trying so hard to close out the cycle with the Knight of Swords to really push past these anxieties. And I'm almost getting the sense of like you forcing yourself, like that sounds kind of, look, this is the message that I'm getting. I'm getting like, this is you, right? Like you're forcing yourself to try new things. You're forcing yourself to put yourself out there. It's almost like this, you're choosing to face your fears head on, and, with the Nine of Discs, I want to say that something that wants your attention at this time is you seeing your worth and you valuing yourself. Okay, it's this reminder of everything that you've worked so hard to build and to create. I feel like you're right, like you're collecting. Sorry, I heard collecting information, right? Like, look, maybe some of you, which doesn't seem like a Pisces trait, but maybe for some of you Pisceans, this is gonna, I don't know. Look, I'm getting you collecting information about yourself. Like it's really weird. It feels very analytical, or maybe you're getting in touch with a more analytical part of yourself, or you need to get in touch with a more analytical part of yourself, because this, like, okay, like I'm hearing the messages as, well, my heart's been broken 7 times, or I've been in these many relationships, or this is the dynamic, this is the pattern that I have been repeating. It's almost like you're collecting data and analyzing it and using it to teach you something about yourself. Okay, I don't know, I hope that made sense. Okay, it felt like a little bit of a tangent here, but it's like you've been collecting lessons, you've been collecting thoughts, you've been collecting, see, wow, sorry, I'm getting a very heady energy, right? Like this is all because the Nine of Discs speaks of things in your material realm, right? So like your work, your career, your life, your living situation. And it's almost like, I want to say, right, like, oh, you've been collecting, your money. You've been trying to strengthen your health. You've been trying, take care of your living situation, whatever, right? But it's like there's this focus on the mental space. Like it's like, oh, okay, I see the connection. Okay, thank you. Look, for some of you, okay, thank you for the messages. Look, for some of you, it's almost as if you're trying to use what you've done, like what, for example, like your career, your living situation, your monies, your ability to kind of take care of yourself. It's almost like you're using that as a way to measure your worth or your value. And I feel like that airiness is coming in because there's this need to honor like where you are at, right? It's like, you know what, your value, like your material possessions do not define you. Like, is it great that you're trying to become established? Absolutely. Is it great that you're trying to build for yourself? Great, because then that's how you become stronger, and then you're able to, right, come into union with someone and charge forward and continue to grow and all of these things, right? But there's this message around your value is not defined. Sorry, I just heard India Arie. Like, when was the last time I even heard, that India Arie song? Like, sorry, now all I hear is sometimes I shave my legs, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I comb my hair, sometimes I won't, but it's like your value is not defined by the price of your clothes. Okay, that was the line that I had initially heard, okay? And it's almost like you're learning this. Like you're starting to be okay with where you are at and deciding that, you know what, I still want to charge toward these new ventures, toward these new things. For some of you, it could be looking for love, opening yourself up to connections, opening yourself up to new experiences as well. Just, I feel like focusing on your self-worth and what you've created for yourself and honoring where you're at, and not allowing it to define the way that you see yourself or value yourself. Like, I feel like that's one of those things that wants your attention at this time. So let's see, Pisces, what else? And I'm gonna say, I feel like Capricorn has some similar messages in that way. So yeah, sorry, I keep going back to Capricorn, I don't know why. All right, maybe look, check out that reading, and if it doesn't make sense to you, then ignore it, but I feel like there's going to be somebody here somewhere that there's going to be messages for you there. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on. All right, What else needs Pisces attention at this time? The world. Look. Oh, and the Ace of Wands. Oh, goodness golly. Look. Pisces, you have the potential for new, passionate, exciting beginnings waiting for you. The Ace of Wands is wanting to show up for you, and this is a potential, right? It's not saying, this is going to happen. You have to nourish the flame. You have to grow the flame. You have to go after the things that inspire you, that make you feel good. What brings you joy? What makes you feel like your most authentic self? Those are the things that need your attention right now, because the reversal to me is telling me that you're dismissing that at this moment. You're not allowing, I'm even getting it as like not allowing yourself to have some fun. And well, whatever fun means for you, okay? Fun can mean a lot of things to a lot of people, right? But you have this level up, right? Before you can welcome in this new beginning, it's like you have to welcome in your level up. You have to say, I am open to this, that you're willing to wrap up old cycles, right? Old cycles where maybe you don't value yourself, old cycles where you've allowed past hurts to keep you down or to keep you from charging forward, wrapping up cycles where you're allowing, I don't know, like I'm getting self-limiting beliefs here to keep you from doing what it is that makes you feel good, to keep you from charging toward the things that inspire you. Like that needs your attention right now. That needs to be wrapped up so that you can really, really charge forward here. And yeah, I don't even know. I want to pull from this deck because I almost feel like this reading, like there's more. And I don't know, maybe that's the reading. Like, I hope that there were messages for you here, but I'm going to pull a couple of extra cards here because I feel like, and maybe that's just what it is, right? Like that your story is just getting started and you haven't even, like, I don't know, just know that you're I don't know, I get this energy of like you're just getting started, okay? And I don't mean this in a bad way, because I think that's why the Fool is the Fool. This is not the Fool. Maybe you feel like a Fool, but sorry, I'm thinking of the Fool as like the starting energy here. But the World, okay, because I feel like the World is right before the Fool, okay? See, I got ahead of myself, but but yeah, because you're ready to go, you're ready to charge forward, you're ready for this new beginning, but I feel like that's why the World is here, because you're not starting, it's like you're not going to be starting from scratch, right? Like this is a reminder that you've leveled up, you've achieved so many things, you've worked for so many things. So honor yourself, recognize that within you, okay? Let's see for your self-care, you have face your feelings, okay? So some of you really need to get in touch with your feelings, yeah, especially, yeah. And then you have eat a green thing, okay, which is like maybe you just need to incorporate more greens into your life, okay? That's a self-care move here, okay? It's for grounding, but also for opening up your heart chakra, okay? To nourish yourself. I'm not shaming your eating habits, I'm just saying we all need green in our life, green vegetables and green natural things, okay? But sorry, thinking about like the feelings in the heart chakra, like your heart chakra could be in need of some balancing when it comes to your connections. And this is a love reading, so where are you, where are you finding the balance? Is it overactive or underactive, right? Like an underactive heart chakra might be very closed off, unwilling to take those chances. An overactive heart chakra might be very giving and open to all these things, where it leads to getting, stomped on or your heart hurt, so where can you find that balance where you are learning to love unconditionally, but also, right, like setting boundaries, right? Like, so what does the balance look like for you is some of the work that I feel like you're being asked to pay attention to right now, okay? Then you also have eat orange. So eating orange foods, okay, in general, like that could just be something that you need to add into your nourishment at this moment. But I also did intend it to aligned to the sacral chakra, back to this inspiration, especially if you've been feeling burnt out, if you've been feeling very tired, exhausted, I don't know, whatever it is, but finding that inspiration, finding the things that you want to create, that you want to build. I feel like well, I don't know why. For some reason, I'm seeing it as getting in touch with fire as well. Whether that's lighting a candle, whether that's I don't know. Like I just keep hearing like follow the flame, but really I guess because it's about, following the things that inspire you, that make you feel good. I feel like you have this, I don't know, I'm getting like a sense of exhaustion and fatigue, but like the flame is still there. You just haven't been taking care of it, and I think that's what you're being asked to do right now. What do you need to do to like rekindle the fire? So yeah, pay attention to that as well. And then you have move, all right? So move to your capacity, to your energy, okay? It can be like stretching in place, or it could be, whatever you can do, or it can be going on a hike, all right? Going for a swim. I don't know, whatever works for you, all right? But adding some movement into your life, because this movement, I feel like, so here's the thing, right? So these are self-care things that are intended to get us into that energy, right? So for example, as you're getting comfortable with the movement in your body, right, then opening up yourself to spiritual movement, right, or bigger ideas, movement of your ideas, like having an energy of flow. I feel like that's like that's kind of the thing, right? Like that airy energy at the very beginning, where it was almost stagnating. And I feel like you are starting to have some movement in your thoughts. Like your thoughts are starting to shift, like you're starting to charge toward new things. So continue to add on to that energy. Feel like new ideas, new inspiration is coming your way. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, Pisces. All right, I hope that there were messages for you here. If there were, please let me know. Your likes, comments, subscribes are greatly appreciated. They let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye.